I mean, that was kind of self-inflicted. So it's just, yeah. Again, move me over to the other side, David. I ain't hosting tonight. Or move me down. There we go. There, ladies and gentlemen, up here. This is your host for this evening. After all, we are on Studio Sequim, coming at you live.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen.
Move the camera in closer, Dave. Come on, people can't see you. There's your intro. I was going to say, Jonathan, that's his intro.
Now right it's there. Official, right? Starting just a little bit late, and if you're tuning in to see me up against Mike Perrine, unfortunately.
Well, if they were, they'd be 2 hours late, which they're like, you know what, David is usually late, so I'll tune in about 2 hours, and maybe they'll just be getting started. I'm kidding. Kidding, David, come on.
You can never resist.
Marks.
You can never resist. It's too easy, huh?
Yeah. Come on.
But if you're tuning in to see me versus Mike, Mike did have to step aside. He had life get in the way. That is rescheduled for Friday. Tonight, Jonathan from New Blood here is joining us. Jonathan's been playing a few games here and there and is ready to make his debut on our Saturday special Wednesday edition here. That
is true. I will say Jonathan isn't untested. He and I have thrown down a couple of games. He does play at home once in a while. It's just that actually this would be his debut because I have not gotten around to editing either of the episodes in which he and I played. So yes, this would be Jonathan's debut. So welcome, Jonathan. Welcome to the four. And yeah, I'm sure you're going to be bringing your A game.
I hope I am bringing it.
And kudos, you are playing my favorite mythology episode in the background. Good choice.
Which episode is it? I can't see.
That would be Nisei. Yep. First of the two-parter involving the government's secret railroad. Great soundtrack and really dials up the intrigue and the whole shadow conspiracy and whatnot. It's a really good two-part episode. But I'm sure everyone who's watching has probably seen these time and time again.
Now, Jonathan, how everybody's seen us plenty of times, right? How did you get into the game? I need some background.
He may not be able to hear you at the moment, but you can hear us? Yeah, we can't hear you, Jonathan. Yeah, he's actually me. Oh, there you go. You should be good now.
Oops. One too many cameras.
Yeah.
My ears are bleeding. No, I'm kidding.
How about now?
Well, we can hear you at least.
I need to mute one of these.
Yeah, gotta mute one.
Distribute my tokens here.
Yep. So as you said, your game with Mike has been rescheduled to this Friday. Is that correct?
Coming Friday, the 3rd.
All right. What time is it?
6:00.
Ooh. Unfortunately, I'm going to be missing that because Mr. David May and I will actually be. I think we might be done with our game by then. I wouldn't count on it, but it'll probably be close to done. So maybe I'll tune in for the second half.
I should be specific. 6:00 Pacific time.
Yeah.
We do have international and different time zones.
I need to double check, but I think he and I are starting around 4:30 Pacific. So
possibly be done.
Possibly, yeah. But we'll see. You know, sometimes the games can be unexpectedly long-winded, and yeah. So yeah, depending on what time we finish up, I'll tune in because Friday will be a live game. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Correct. Excellent.
I did get his permission to do live, which is going to be kind of cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hey,
Excellent.
Dave,
Hey, Jonathan.
you need to add the.
Yeah, Dave, if you add his camera, I guess, and then
Or
mute
you-
that one.
Oh, yeah, there
that'll
you
probably
are.
do the trick. And then, yeah, Jonathan, you can turn down the volume on the. If you're going to use the camera, turn the
There we
volume
go.
all the way down. Excellent. That sounded better.
There we go.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
There we go. Let's see if we can get this thing set up like last time. Uh-oh.
So while we're getting ready, Jonathan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Great. So question remains, how did you get into the X-Files CCG originally?
Well, originally, I grew up in like the tiniest little place ever. The guy there who owned the comic book store, he actually bought this stuff just for me because I asked him to order it. But he there was no one to play. So basically, I just collected it. And at one point, I just piled it up in my closet, and I decided to get it out, and I wanted to finish collecting some of the stuff I didn't have. And that's when I was fiddling all day and found what's his name? X-File CCG stuff on eBay.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I got the rest of the stuff I didn't have. We actually both lived in Lexington, Kentucky at that time.
Excellent.
So basically, I was like, yeah, I just need what you need. I only needed at that point 2 or 3 cards anyway.
Oh, almost had it.
Yeah, I've got to put some books on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. It just, something has a paperweight and you're golden. Perfect. Perfect. You got it.
There it is.
As long as we don't run into that battery issue last time, you should be golden, my friend.
I'm plugged up this time.
Good man. Good man. Which is kudos, because this was obviously a last minute fill in, because I was messaging you a few hours ago. I was like, hey, I know you and I usually play on Wednesdays when we have a chance. You available? Because David Peace has an opening in his evening schedule, so glad you were able to accommodate us really last minute. That was awesome.
Yeah, I really appreciate you filling in and coming in. I'd love to get a game in. This is one I kind of put together on the fly, so I don't know how it's going to.
This deck, I threw it together quick. It's not. It's the best. That's the best kind. I actually like a not well thought out deck sometimes. Kind of swing it out there and go.
It's like a step up from a sealed deck game. So you know what? I'm down for that. It'll be just full of surprises, not just for me and the audience, but for the 2 gentlemen playing it as well. Speaking of sealed deck games, and I'm just saying this with both fingers, both sets of fingers crossed, I'm hoping to be available to do a sealed deck game on Saturday with Mr. Nathan Petroshak on my own channel, Alien Investigations. However, the caveat on that is depending upon whether or not my starter deck arrives via USPS in time for said sealed deck game. Got my boosters. I just don't have my starter deck. So with any luck, it will arrive between now and Saturday. That only leaves a very few amount of days. So I'm not entirely confident it's going to get here. But we'll see. Sometimes the mail does surprise us because any of us in our group knows, we ship cards around, whether it be Dak sending stuff to the UK or Mike sending stuff out from the Pacific Northwest. We sometimes get surprised. The mail can sometimes work really well, but then also it can be a cruel mistress, and we may find ourselves waiting. And Jonathan, what do you got there?
I got that in the mail today.
I know exactly what that is. Now I see the signatures on there. I didn't think you actually bought it.
No. He sent me one because I gave the guy so much.
Mike. That's the one from Mike. Oh, right. He hasn't sent me it yet because he was waiting to get some other things to put in that envelope. I forgot. David, did you get one too?
Is that the I'm Calling Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Excellent. Cool. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yep. You guys got your playtest cards too, I imagine, then, because he probably packed them together.
Probably, yep.
Yep. Well, yeah. Oh, right, David. You didn't ask for any, right?
I elected to not participate in this particular one, as much as I would like to have Dax be there at the File Fest, because that was the point of that whole thing.
Basically, a GoFundMe to get him here, and I think it certainly has proven helpful. But of course, as the guest list for File Fest has been increasing with every other day, it's also been a big impetus for him to want to get over here. But yes, for all those who chipped in and picked up a few playtest cards in exchange for a generous donation on behalf of Dax, he is certainly gracious. He may have been mum about it because he's just, it's like, I'm so grateful. I don't know. I don't have any words for you guys. You guys are great. But I'll leave him, to gush over that with you guys on another day. So yeah, he's hopeful. He's hopeful. Nothing concrete, but I think our hopes are high on that. That the head honcho of the X-Files collectible card game Facebook group will be in attendance at File Fest, along with Mr. Michael Perrine, myself, David May, David Frank, and Mike Mackey, Mr. Voyager Promotions. Hopefully, all be in attendance.
And it's in September. You remember the exact dates?
Of course, because it's the anniversary of the X-Files pilot premiere 30 years ago, which is September 10th. But the convention will take place Friday, September 8th through Sunday, September 10th. And we, as in Mike, myself, the Daves, Mike Mackey, we will be available doing the demonstration on Saturday the 9th and the tournament on September 10th, the 30th anniversary of the pilot premiere date. And I should also mention, Dean. There's a guy, Dean Haglin. He'll also be He'll be hosting the tournament. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of him. I mean,
Dean Haglin. Who's that?
Yeah, most people don't know who he is, but yeah, he's some guy. He used to have really long hair, but
what a weird last name.
I know, right? Yeah. So, yep. So that's those are the deets for File Fest. So hopefully you guys can make it. Jonathan, I know you're hopeful you might be able to get out there that weekend. It'd be awesome.
I've already sent in the time off request at work. As long as I get approved, and my wife doesn't change her mind. She may come actually.
Even better.
That's cool.
Excellent.
And if she gets bored with the X-Files, it's at the Mall of America, right?
It is the Mall of America, yeah.
She will come out of there with a lot of stuff, and I'll be broke.
Yeah, there's plenty to keep people busy if they're just tagging along. So.
Oh man, yeah. Well, hey, tell her she can take in a game because that's what we'll be doing for those 2 days. On Friday, they'll be showing the first movie. So, provided, there's no issue with our flights getting in on time. I think Mike and I are going to definitely be there to watch the movie on Friday. So that'd be pretty cool.
On Thursday.
Thursday?
Doing some pre-stuff on Thursdays. I'll try to come Thursday.
Excellent. Guys, it'll be fun. I can't wait for September.
I'm gonna get something to drink now instead of waiting until the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't know to interrupt the flow of the game and all that. So, like I said, at this point, like when I play Jonathan and he goes to get a drink, I just watch the episode that's going on behind him. Which again, he picked my favorite Myth Arc episode.
That episode's got some presence in the Scully set too, doesn't it?
Yes, and the 1013 expansion.
Most likely Japanese. Launched from South America.
But most notably the Heroic Leap event card that was part of the Scully set. That's one of them, for sure.
And, there's a bomb on the train is one of them.
Well, that's 731, but yeah, same story arc.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Some other good cards like the satellite photos, the Newport News Virginia site,
This photo here, the ship never returned to San Diego.
there's a bluff, but I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, of course, I'm still committing a lot of the Scully set cards to memory. But the Alien Autopsy video equipment card is also from this one, and I like that equipment card because it has a field activator, which is really nice because it's really hard to get a lot of those equipment cards out to agents after the first round. And it's not one of those equipment cards you have to discard either. So, gentlemen, I think we're about ready to go, but why don't we start with you guys introducing your teams. Jonathan, why don't you do the honors? You go first.
All right.
It's kind of skipping a little bit. Is that happening to you guys too?
Mine looks fine.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is smooth, and everybody sounds smooth on mine.
Yeah. When you say skipping, what are you talking
I'm losing people left and right.
Audio-wise or video-wise?
Both. Screens are kind of going black there.
No
I'm
kidding.
getting the loading.
Well, we can see you. Both your tables. They look fine to us, but yeah. So hopefully that holds true for the audience as well.
I'm sorry. I'm Dana Scully. I know you. No, I think
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Penny, come here.
Video looks good too.
I am.
Yeah. I mean, you're dim lighting, but otherwise, yeah. You're good, David.
One of us.
Is that any better?
Move your hand in your table area.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. We can hear you.
Work for the FBI.
Move your hands in your table.
Investigation.
Can you hear us? I don't think you can hear us, can you, David?
Everyone over here right
Give us a thumbs up. No?
I'm getting just bits and pieces.
Oh, he can't even hear us at all. Well, oh, geez. Yeah, no, we can hear you, man. How about? I was gonna say, switch to your iPhone mic.
But at the door, you said that I was one of you.
Switch to your iPhone mic, and maybe that'll work.
Everything's normal on my cameras.
Were you missing for a period of time?
I wonder, do you have the TV remote close by that you could turn the television off? Reduce the load on my network router here.
Okay. Bandwidth overload. I know that. Yeah.
According to the harbor master, you won't have to meet the boat.
Maybe it went between the cushions.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. That's always a good place to look for the remote control. That and the freezer. Sometimes I've go to get some ice cream. The next thing you know, I've set the remote in there. It happens. We're all human. Sometimes we have a long day at the office.
I think there was a question of confiscating the boat.
I had it all set up not to need the remote. I had it all voice command.
Even better. Smart house. Good stuff.
But then
20 years from now
I've been too lazy to do it again.
Right. I mean, 20 years from now, those should just be standard features in a house when they get built.
Yeah.
You doing okay, David?
Destination for the Thomas.
I'm still not hearing you guys.
You're not?
Oh wow!
Okay.
I lost
Now
his
we lost
video.
him. Yeah, maybe if he comes.
But I got his table. That's weird.
What's that? Yeah, we still got the table. I'm gonna tell him maybe he should switch his. Well, he can switch his audio to his phone. So that'll help the audio issue. I don't know about the video though. That could be a whole nother story. Well, yeah, it's a good thing. I don't think anyone's actually watching at this point, so they can They're not missing anything. Now you can hear us, right, David?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the laptop decided to take a vacation here.
Oh, good times.
That was good timing on the laptop's part, too.
Somehow they started to see back. Some may have come back to you, but they didn't make sense. Do you know about regression hypnosis?
And it's back. Hey, David. Oh, I was going to say, can you still hear us?
You're afraid to remember.
Oh, this is terrible.
What's wrong?
We were all afraid of
Well, we can hear you at least, so that's an upside.
What sucks is we just paid.
What's that?
Can you guys see my table camera?
Mostly the laptop, but I mean,
We can see it.
and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you start your setups early. I kid. Sometimes real life doesn't allow for it, really. So anyway, like I said, I don't know if that sealed deck is going to happen on Saturday because I don't know if the starter's going to arrive in time. So it might be a bit of last minute promotion in the Facebook group, letting you guys know if it's on or not. But yeah. So I'll just keep my eyes on the tracking and hope it arrives in time. What's that?
I should do some of those. I've got boxes of unopened decks, packs.
Well, if you want, you can fill in for me on Saturday if you got nothing going on.
When is it? What time is it?
With Nathan and I, Nathan's on the same time zone as us, so same time as this, I suppose, 9:30, 10, if that works.
I might be able to. I know I've got something I've got to do during the day. But
oh, okay. And are you busy Sunday too? Because that could be a drag if you're up too late.
Well, I'm on call this weekend. That's the fun part.
All right.
I really don't necessarily know. Saturday, my daughter's car, the transmission's acting up, so I'm going to do a transmission service on it. These are known to do that, but lots of times the transmission filters clog up.
Mm-hmm.
And because the filters on them are actually small. And they have two, which is strange. Most don't. Most have one. And they can get it fluid starved, and lots of times just changing that fixes it before it does.
Okay. By the way, did you get?
I'd much rather do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any luck, David?
So I am restarting my computer here.
Okay.
The one that I use for my face here, because I know you guys can't live without seeing it.
You have anything else for show and tell, Jonathan?
Let's see. It's tough to beat the Gen Con deck.
It is tough. That's why you show off that. Unless it's in your deck already, then.
I do have two cards in here that are Gen Con deck cards in this deck.
Okay. Why don't you show us the ones that aren't in there?
Oh well, I'll show you. I'll show you the one everybody wants to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. Unless if you don't have a medical team going on, then yeah.
Yeah.
It's happening on the phone too.
Let's see.
But why is it that I remember you? All you remember in the beginning is the light. And then sometimes the face is the magnet on the test.
Well, if you're just joining us, I'm experiencing a little bit of internet issues here, and I'm restarting my laptop, trying to avoid the dead air here. I think Jonathan is pulling out some of his prized possessions for us to check
I'll
out.
break out two of my favorites.
Here we go.
On the back of your neck.
There you go.
We all have.
That, ladies and gentlemen, are two of the highly sought after Gen Con cards of the demo version of the X-Files CCG back in 1996. The first one being Scully's Dream, which was later translated to Northeast Georgetown Medical Center with the same site prerequisite and question available, but obviously a lot of the other components of that card changed, namely the image, the quote, and the title. And of course, the other one you're looking at is Paper Shackles, which is by and large everything's the same when it was converted to the release card, which was retitled Paperwork.
I don't know if you understand this or not, David.
So it went from Paper Shackles to Paperwork.
We're all dying.
But that's a nice, cool set of cards you got there, Jonathan. Any other ones you would like to show the audience who may be watching? Because we don't see these on this channel too often.
Let's see. Well, here's the whole deck. There's the whole.
There you go. David's like, maybe I can figure out which two are in his deck.
Well, it's all except the two that are in my deck.
Yeah. That is a lovely, complete 60-card Gen Con deck you are seeing right there, ladies and gentlemen. Not
Jonathan, you have the whole deck?
including the box itself.
Now, there's the box that came in.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty nice, clean box. Very nice. It's white, not off-white, like some of the boxes you see after 20 years of sitting in someone's garage or attic or something. But yeah, there are not too many of them out there. Less than 100, presumably. Maybe far less than that, perhaps. Not too many of them floating around out there. So only a select few of us get the privilege of saying we are proud owners of a complete Gen concept. Some of us only have a couple of cards because a few of them have been divvied up. But I'm grateful to say that I do have one myself. And I must say, out of all the Gen Con cards, after Scully's Dream, Dana Scully is definitely a worthwhile one to have.
Yeah, I actually acquired this deck when we were doing all that, the drawings.
Yeah, it was like a day or two after, wasn't it?
Yeah, these are the two I got in the drawing, Krychek and Eve.
There you go. Krychek and Eve. Well, we know Eve isn't his X-File tonight, Dave. No, he could have chosen a Premiere one, so we never know. I wouldn't rule out Eve altogether. I'm just kidding. We're going to have a clean game tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Clean.
That's how we roll on here.
I'm thinking with killer cards in here, it's going to get ugly.
I would say it's still clean, but like mechanically clean.
That's it. That's all going.
Maybe just a little uncivil. But yeah, I wouldn't say killer cards automatically make the game devolve into, But yeah, no, I think they have their place. And you gentlemen both agreed to use them tonight.
Look at this. This is terrible.
So, David, can you still hear us? David?
Oof. I don't know if you can hear me, but I am not getting any audio or video from you guys at all.
Okay, so my suggestion, if you could turn on your phone's audio.
I think we can assume it wasn't that gross.
Your phone's audio?
Believes that he was murdered for the contents of a briefcase he was carrying. Piece of evidence that was logged in the times.
What do they think was in it?
I've got a statement breaking down my neck. The Japanese are
But hey, at least the crawl at the bottom of the screen is working.
Yeah, there's that.
Scully has it. That's in the trunk of a rental car. Where is she? I don't know.
I think we're once again at the point where he can't hear us, Jonathan.
No sound.
My office now.
Yeah, and this time when he can hear us again, I'm gonna tell him turn on his phone's audio so we can at least hear him
You or the FBI.
throughout the game. It could just be, well, unless he has to go to one camera altogether, which won't be great.
Good thing I'm not a professional.
Hey David, maybe just leave your phone's audio on for this thing. Like, even if you get your laptop back, just leave the phone audio and keep your laptop volume down. I don't know. At least then you'll be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
I give this one more try here.
If not, just down to one camera, I suppose.
Intelligence Committee. Secrets are the only real
I was gonna leave your audio on, just in case.
better than you do. Which,
Okay.
I need your advice on how to proceed. Return the satellite.
So Jonathan, did you put this deck together just within the last couple of hours, or is this like
Yeah,
the same
pretty
deck?
much.
Okay. I was wondering if it was maybe the same deck you used in our last game, which was only last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Gen Con deck.
Yeah. Oh, right. That
Few
was pretty
extra
much.
cards, just a few.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh, well, I haven't edited that one yet, so but that's
That
cool.
one's gonna have some big edits.
Yeah. You know, we'll let this be the first promotion for it. Jonathan and I did play a game in which he used his Gen Con cards. I did have my 2 Gen Con cards in my end, but you know, it was one-sided as far as Gen Con cards go. So that one is being edited, and so I'll try to get that one to you guys eventually. But of course, I got a lot of games slated for editing, and it takes me about 2 weeks a piece.
Was that part of it? Can't tell you. Some secrets still remain secret, folks, even to me. I was only just
Turn
that
on the
was
audio.
good, too. We got it down to the end. I think I got it down to 8 X files, and you got it down to 7, and you nailed it on the guess.
Is that the one where I did the 1 in 7?
Yes.
Yeah. No, you put up a good fight for that one, and the only reason I would normally never do that. However, it was one of those things where your penalty question was only going to be an identity one because you already knew my X-Files affiliation, I think it was. So it was like, yep, you're not going to gain much more than one identity question. So I was like, 1 in 8, 1 in 7, just for fun. And I was not expecting to get that one right. I just thought, you know.
It took, I think you investigated 4 or 5 sites before you ever got any of the other ones right. So
yeah, I think was it one of those where I was asking like every result or every method question or something like that. I was like, I ain't getting any of these. Or yeah, it was definitely one of those like where I was playing the long game where I don't think I was getting any of them right, which is fine. You know, I respect the long game. You know, if you work for the win, then it feels all the more satisfying when you manage to pull it off. So I ain't got no problem with that. Wow. At this point, I can't even knock Studio Sequim for their late start. I just can't. So I feel bad about it. By the way, Jonathan, how's that chair coming along that you were refinishing? Did you get that done?
I took it to the reupholster. I got all the sanding and the staining and all that done and all the old stuff off.
Nice.
So when they get it done, that'll be that. It's the same place that's doing my cushions for my bench that I built.
Very cool.
In the addition that we did, and then they finished my. We had these really nice stools, but they were older and they had this ugly red material.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife's like, I love these stools, but that's got to go.
Hey, David.
Now we only see David, but a still picture. But yeah, they got those done. So yeah, she's pretty happy with everything right now.
Excellent.
And I got another She's after me. She wants a built-in vanity in the closet. She's after me hard to get that done.
Well, on that videotape I showed you performing that
So you're going to build that yourself?
Well, it depends. I'll probably do most of it. I may do a stone top, and of course, if I do that, I'll have to have somebody, one of the stone guys, cut me a piece of granite.
Okay.
It's not too bad. I've come up with 3 or 4 different ideas on how to do this, and I keep changing my mind because I don't want to do it and her not be happy with it, and then I have to do it again.
Yeah, that's true.
So the fancier I get it the first time, the better off I'll be.
Yeah.
I just need more than you. I need food.
Oh, wow. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
It must be some kind of bizarre energy strike or electrical thing there, if you get the reference. But looks like I'm going to have to do this kind of limping along here without a camera to see my poker face here. But if you can see my table, we can at least get along that way. Yeah, Jonathan, if you're comfortable with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm game.
All right, well, shoot. Gosh, only 36 minutes in, and I think we're about as ready as we're going to get here.
All right. Introduce the teams and then kick me out.
I'll start, Jonathan, if you don't mind.
That's perfectly fine.
All right. I have Agent Fox Mulder. I have Albert Hosteen, Agent Jerry LaManna, and Detective Manners, and Agent Weiss. I used all 20 points.
Oh, wow. And you used a lot of guys that can die.
A couple in there. If we're going to play killer cards, you got to make it interesting. Can't be hiding.
Video games, break systems, finding new apps every day.
Who do you have on your team, good sir?
A very similar team. I also have Agent Mulder and Albert Holstein and Agent Jerry LaManna. But my difference is I've got Alex. I need my assassin. And that uses all 20 of mine too.
Right
Good
on,
stuff.
right on.
These guys look like they're battle ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this party started now with all that fun stuff. Thanks for keeping everyone entertained there, guys, while I was...
I don't know about entertained. Maybe just keeping them
that.
awake, I would say.
Well, we started with 1 viewer and we're at 2 viewers now. So the damage couldn't have been too bad.
Yeah.
I see I've got my friend Josh out there too.
One of them might have been me. I don't know. That could have been me.
Josh, thanks for tuning in there. And Stephen, thanks again for keeping it from just being dead air and everybody staring at each other.
I do my best. But now, for anyone watching, I will be just more or less watching the game from behind the scenes. And actually, I don't even know if I'm going to be any help, David, because if I notice anything's off, you're not going to see me waving my hands at all. So.
Oh, I promise I'm going to do my best. In fact, I'm going to move the laptop from where it was up.
Okay.
Up to where it's more in my field of vision here.
I'm sure you guys won't need me though. I'm sure you guys will play a fine game tonight.
Yeah. So just like Stephen said, it's me, David P, Studio Sequim, and Jonathan Hagey. We're ready to throw it down very quickly for our viewers. We're playing just standard commercially released cards, but we are including killer cards. And we've set up our opponent with a couple agents that could be easy targets. So we'll see what happens with that. Jonathan, you've picked your X file.
I have.
Excellent. Mine's right here at the top.
Sure.
Stephen, our esteemed judge, stay close by, and we'll bring you in if we need you. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. All right. The cameras are in position. I'm going to draw my 7 if you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. And I don't know if you watched Studio Sequim. I hope you're a subscriber, but if not, we'll decide who goes first by the flip of a token. This is one of my game effect tokens. It's got an X on one side and just a regular old dime on the other side. We'll use the X as heads and the dime side as tails. I will flip it in the air and you call it. You ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Heads.
It is tails.
All right.
Went way off the camera here, but yep, tails. That means I get to choose, and I'm going to have you go first, actually. I like starting as the conspiracy player. So go right ahead, and
right.
we'll get the investigation phase started.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we've, let's see, got the cards drawn, so we're good there. And believe that, let's see, so Agent LaManna has 1 and Krychek has 2. Albert Holstein has 1. So that will give me 4. I'm using these dice because my phone's got the other camera. So so I don't have my counters on that tonight. It's got it the old-fashioned way.
Sure.
That gets me up to 9 for my points there. And then, of course, Agent Mulder's 2 gives me 2 cards.
Hey, Scully, it's me.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Train yard in Point West Virginia.
And I'll draw my 1 free card.
Okay.
All right, so that'll get me all the card drawing done.
Something serious is going down here, Scully.
What do you mean?
The thing they put in the train, it was alive.
Mulder,
I gotta get on that train. It took me up with a Canadian passenger train outside Cincinnati.
I was
And
right.
of course, I'm going to put Albert's token on his card.
In fact, he's on your videotape.
Well, that's where you know him from, then.
Right
No, it's not
there.
where I know him from at all.
All right. And I do not need to buy any cards because I've got a handful. All right.
All passengers on Canadian Northwest Express in Vancouver, prepare for boarding track. Again, all passengers on Canadian Northwest Express in Vancouver, please prepare for boarding track.
All right, so I'm good on my cards. And
All
I'm
right.
ready.
My turn to sell and buy.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm getting my pool counter set up here. I knew something was missing. I have it on one of my old phones here, which is running a little slower than normal. This reminds me of why I got rid of it in the first place. Get it down to the right number.
It just left.
That's what I should get an old phone.
Okay, can you see that okay? 5 and 5 there?
I can.
All right, good deal. I was fortunate enough to draw a shotgun in my opening hand, so I'm going to sell that for 6.
The only thing anybody actually uses that thing for.
Yeah. Every time I try to build a deck that uses a lot of combat or equipment and stuff just to try and mix it up or catch somebody by surprise, it's so difficult to make it work. So it's usually just sits by the wayside. Oops, I added those to the wrong pool. I have 11 conspiracy. Put that there. And I am going to buy 2. And I will turn it back to you for the next phase.
All right. Well, healing. Don't need to heal anybody. Yeah.
Steven is waving his hand already. Hold on just a
Uh
second.
oh. What'd we do?
Steven,
David,
what's up?
you have 9 conspiracy. You had 11 and you bought 2.
I can't.
Thank you very much.
Yep, that's it. Carry on, gentlemen.
Mulder, don't get on the train.
All right, so back to you.
All right. Healing we don't need to do because, well, it's the open ground and everybody's healthy. All right. As far as requisition goes, let's see. I believe I will pay for. It'll take me down to 5, from 9 to 5 on my resource pool, and I will play the good old Nokia 121 cell phone.
Oh,
And I will attach that to Agent Mulder, whose token I need to place on him, by the way.
I made this.
All right. And that is all the requisitioning I'm going to be doing. I do remember one thing about these cards. When I was younger, they were a lot easier to read.
yeah.
I do remember that.
You can't see me, but I'm wearing my glasses and all the lights are on, and a lot of times I have to kind of tip the cards a little bit to get this to get some of these cards well read.
All right. So I am going to deploy everybody.
Okay.
I can make that lay flat. So we got everybody in the field. And I'm going to use one of Agent Mulder's tokens. So go from 3 to 2 to play the site Browning, Montana, I think it is. And that site, let's see, it's keyword site, motive, and occult investigation.
Okay.
And prerequisite is occult investigation 4+ on a skill check to investigate that one.
All right. I have 1 bluff.
1 bluff. All right. Well, let's see. As far as making the skill check goes, I'm in good shape there. So let's see that bluff.
Well, the bluff is a nasty surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. It costs 3, but because I played it upside down, it costs 2. So I'll take 2. And then add my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which takes me up to 12. Who is going to the site? All of them, right?
Oh, everybody.
Answer me.
Let's see. And like I said, the prerequisites: occult investigation 4+. Albert Hallstein makes that by himself. Mulder adds 3. So that gives me a total of 7 between those two. I don't think the other guys contribute to that, but yeah, those two together give me 7.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything to stop your investigation.
All right.
You can go right to the question.
All right. Well, this one gives me 1 motive question.
What more is there to know?
What the Japanese had to do with
And let's see.
was involved.
That I don't know.
Hmm.
Don't tell me you don't really smoke something.
There are limits to my knowledge.
I don't
All right, David, is your motive,
What you gonna do? Shoot me.
your X-Files motive, knowledge?
It is not.
It is not knowledge.
You wanna know
Okay.
what's on that thing? Who killed your sister? You find out what they put in your neck.
The implant.
It holds more than I could ever tell you. Maybe everything you need to know.
Care to take a guess to my X-File?
I think we're a little early. Probably a little early.
Come on, you know you want to.
I do want to, but I always want to. And I'm not really anti doing it, even if if you're like halfway through or something like that, or 2/3 of the way through. But this is I'm only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only eliminated 8. So
Yeah, still a pretty broad field there.
to make sure I got them. Doing it the old-fashioned way with the old pad and pen.
I'm a federal agent, sir. I need
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
The way the designers intended.
Somebody's got to be able to get in that car.
1, 2,
Got a doctor on board. Came on back as soon as he might have something to do with it. I saw him back there checking the door.
What's his name?
Japanese fella, Dr. Shirozama, traveling with another party, it says, but I got the impression he was alone.
Can you take me to his compartment?
Certainly. Right this way.
Stay here.
let's see. For
Knock on the door. But stay
I'm holding 8 cards, so I'm going to have to discard something. So I'm kind of having a look at things to see what I want to potentially burn.
It's the conductor, Dr. Zama.
All right, good deal.
Just unlock it. Then
All right, so we got Browning, Montana investigator. Would discard that, and I'm going to discard one other card, and that's going to have me all set. I turn it over to you.
All right, then I'll start my investigation. I'll draw my free card. Interesting. For res, not a very high res count here. I've got 1 from Hosteen, 1 from Lamanna, 1 from Agent Weiss, so that gives me 3. And Fox Mulder has 2, but I use those to draw cards. So I'll add 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on now.
Ever used a gun before?
3.
I just want you to
And then I'll draw Mulder's 2.
don't pull the trigger. That'll kind of give away the game.
And I am not going to purchase any cards, so I will send it over to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
What to
Feeding
sell?
chip impulses. The graph is recording its output, which when I remove the current changes slightly, but continues. This means the neural network is storing information.
Biological information?
That was my first guess. Now, you've already told me the chip was placed subcutaneous to the back of the neck, right?
I don't think I'm going to sell anything. I like these cards.
Okay.
But what?
So I just turn it back over to you.
Those are what we call reverse.
All right. Then we'll move to healing, and there's been no damage done to any of my agents. So we'll skip to requisition, and I'm not going to requisition anything at this time. So we'll go to deployment, and I'm going to move all of my agents
Kind of
to
neural
the
network.
field.
Collecting information, but artificially replicating a person's mental processes.
And for case assignment,
Frightening.
we are going to
I showed the chip to some of my tech heads, and they weren't. blown away.
Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
See this technology?
This is an alien investigation 5+ or computer 5+. You may ask one affiliation
Kit that
or
I
one
reported.
method question. That costs one, and I'm going to use Mulder's. Well,
Believes
you know,
me.
I'll just pay one.
Japanese?
I'll keep Mulder's token for the big ones.
Oh, it's just a kid.
So I'll turn to you to see if you have any bluffs.
I'm going
But
to
there's
play
no
one
record
bluff.
information on the manufacturer either here or in Japan.
Okay.
At FedEx, UPS, the Postal Service, every commercial courier go through their computer records.
Well, assigning agents. I am going to.
Out in Perky, West Virginia.
Well done, Agent Pandrol.
All right. The hell with it. All in. I'm going
All
all in, baby. They're all there. And I am going to do alien investigation 5+. I have hosting with 2 and Mulder with 4. That gives me 6 out of 5.
All right.
Let's see that bluff.
Let's see that bluff.
Play that bluff.
He's our good old friend, Section Chief Joseph McGrath.
Ooh.
And he gets to force one agent back to the Bureau immediately. And the agent may not contribute to any skill checks this turn. He costs 5, but because I played him face down, he cost me 3, so that takes me to 2. So our good friend Fox Mulder is going to have to go back to Washington. He's missing out on the nice weather in Puerto Rico, unless you've got something to kick me back.
What are the keywords on that card? Just to refresh my memory.
Bluff, conspiracy, government, move.
Wow.
I know that's no fun at all, is it?
That is not fun, good sir.
That's a Steven right there, to draw that perfect card at the perfect time.
Yeah, well, I had my shotgun and I thought that was a good draw at first, but that's an even better one. Yeah, I don't have anything to stop that, so I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to forfeit that investigation. Shoot, I really wanted to know your affiliation.
I'm sure you will before long. Don't worry.
Next turn. Next turn. So we'll move to debriefing, and I do have a few extra cards in my hand after that. But before I discard, well, yeah. So I've got 9. I'm going to discard Brad Wilczek. And might regret this later, but White Buffalo. That gets me down to 7 cards.
Oh, White Buffalo. That's a good one.
It's a nice one to have in your back pocket, but my hand is limited.
Yeah.
So I will turn back to you to start your investigation.
Okay. Well, let's see. So I've got my resources are going to be 4 more. That gets me back to 9. And of course, I draw my free card and my 2 cards from Mulder. Okay. And of course, there's no healing to be done. Well, let's see. Am I getting ahead of myself here?
Excuse me?
Let's see. I am not going to buy any cards because I've already got a handful of cards, and
Just got a little motion sickness.
I'm pretty happy with what I'm holding.
Okay. Then it's to me to sell and buy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm not going to sell any, but I am going to play one.
Uh-oh.
Not on the menu. Draw 2 cards from the top of your bureau deck and add them to your hand. That costs me 2. Takes me down to 10, and I'll draw my 2 cards.
What?
What kind of facility?
The Hansen's disease research.
And
Do you mean this is a leper colony?
No more. The
wow.
facility's closed now.
Look, I came here looking for a Dr.
All
Shiro.
right. I'm going to buy 2 more, and then I'll turn it back to you, sir.
All righty.
The medical staff is.
Where did they go?
Okay.
Right before the death squad started coming.
Well, let's see. I don't need to heal anybody, and everybody's in the field, so we can't requisition anything.
That's what we've been hiding from.
We're all already deployed.
We thought you'd come to kill us.
So
They killed all the elders.
we'll move on to the case assignment phase.
How many have been killed?
Hundreds. All but us.
I don't understand how there could have been
And
hundreds of people
I
when
am
life
going to
was
play
so
2 sites.
It is me.
And I will use Mulder's tokens, his last 2, to pay for both of those.
Disfigurement forced us into the camps before there was a treatment.
Who were the others?
Never knew.
All
We got alive
right.
several years ago, but they were kept apart from us.
And I turn it to you, sir, to bluff me.
They had the Hansons informant. Dr. Zama would
Bluff you.
round them up in groups for treatment. The ones
The sites are
always came back
Arlington, Virginia,
terrible burns. all over
which
the body.
is
Over there.
affiliation, occult investigation for keywords, site and mono, affiliation, occult investigation. And then the other site is Cumberland Prison, Virginia, keywords, site, mono, affiliation, subterfuge.
There are more of these pits.
Hmm.
Dump the bodies on top of each other.
All right.
Like they were garbage.
I'm actually going to switch their sides here because it'll be easier for me in a minute.
These are both affiliation sites, correct?
That's correct. Keyword affiliate. Let's see. Yeah, keyword affiliations, yes, on both of them. And both allow an affiliation question. So it might be good, it might be a waste. But
All right.
depending on the first ask goes, if I get that far.
I've got 1 for each.
One for each. Okay.
Yeah. The left one here is for Virginia.
Well, they're both in Virginia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One's a prison and one's Arlington, if that helps.
Okay. This one is for Arlington on my left here.
Okay.
And the one on the right is for the prison.
Okay. Well, that's easy to remember because they're like those sides on mine, so that makes it easy. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to send. Let's see. Before I go any further, let me just check something real quick.
Until I find the killer.
let's. All right. I'm going to pull out our long-haired friend, Mr. Langley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay that cost of 2, and the bluff that's attached to the prison, we get to lose that one unless you've got a way to stop me.
I don't.
Okay.
So it was actually a true bluff. It wasn't a bluff card. It was terminal damage.
That worked out good for me. That was a lucky one.
Worked out good for me because you burned a Langley on it too. So that,
Yeah. Well, I get the question though.
Law enforcement officer.
well, you're investigating that site right now, or you still need to deploy your team, don't you?
Yeah, that's correct. I do, but let's see. Oh, well.
In fact, we should have done that before the bluff and the Langley, probably. But
Put your hands in the air.
I guess I could, but it make a difference though.
yeah, Steven's even kind of wishy-washy on that one. I don't think it. I mean, they negated each other anyway, so
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't think
there was no real result from it.
Work for the National Security Agency.
Then I'm going to play one of our other favorites and burn 5 more resources and go down to 2 and burn that other bluff with no one so paranoid.
Well, should we go back to assigning your agents first before we do anything?
Yeah, but it's not a bomb.
It forces the discarding of a bluff. I don't know that it matters.
Well, just for the sake of
But we can.
following
We can,
gameplay.
absolutely. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay. These guys, Lamanna and Krychek, are going to the prison, and Holstein and Mulder are going to Arlington.
Couldn't get it out of the country. Kill it, then let it live.
Cumberland prison requires subterfuge 4+, and Alex does that by himself. And then Arlington requires occult investigation 4+. Albert and Mulder make 7 on that one.
Okay.
And then I'll play that no one so paranoid on that other bluff to force it to be discarded. And that, I've already paid for it.
We should resolve the first one. We should resolve the first site since we did the bluff and stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
With Krychek.
Gotcha.
I know most everything about you, Dana.
What are you talking about?
Let's see.
My wife's favorite character. I just heard her from the bedroom. Good old Krychek.
What is this place?
Let's see. So which one did we do the bluff on the other one? Which one was that?
It was the Krychek.
Monsters to live in shame and isolation.
The prison one?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's yeah, unless we've got anything to stop moving forward, Lamanna and Krychek are ready to investigate the prison.
Exposed to what?
I do not have anything to stop that.
All right. Well, then I will ask, does your X-File have the affiliation Alien?
It does not.
Unfortunately, Ishimaru began to conduct his work.
Okay. Well, that's
not
easy.
sharing with those who risk much in giving him his asylum.
What was he exposing these people to?
You can tell I'm not usually lucky enough to investigate more than one side at a time. It usually doesn't work out that way for me. Okay, so that one is resolved, and that one is discarded.
Okay.
All right, now on to the other one.
Yes.
Now I'm finally going to play No One So Paranoid.
Okay,
Well,
and did you pay?
I did pay for it. I'm down to 2 on my. I never changed it back.
Okay. And another true bluff. It was Colonel Kessel event card.
Okay. Well, that was a good waste of a No One So Paranoid.
At least it got on the table.
Exactly. Yes, it's one of those. You're happy to play it because half the time you end up selling it.
So I assume you're ready for your investigation?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then I'm going to play a card here before we get into the skill check. Authorized access only. Force an opponent team to make a subterfuge 4+ skill check. If they are not successful, they automatically fail the skill check for the site. That costs 4, so I'll take me from 8 down to 4.
1, 1, 1.
Let's see if I could do anything.
Assumes I would be smarter than to give me the entrance and the exit code.
Well, it doesn't matter because I don't have enough. Even if I've got something, I don't have enough resources to pay for it. So my subterfuge count only comes to 3 between Albert Holstein and Agent Boulder.
Where is it?
I don't know. Could be anywhere.
No, it couldn't be anywhere. If you activated it coming in here, it's got to be on this card.
You're probably right.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
You know what I think?
All right, so it looks like you've stopped me from getting a second attempt at your affiliation.
All right. At least I stopped one question.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to say hello to my friend Josh, who is is watching the show here.
All right, that brings us to the debriefing phase. And I don't have anything I want to discard. I'm only holding 5, so I've got nothing I need to get rid of.
I have exactly 7, so no discard.
All right, then I turn it over to you.
Put it down.
Very good. I will start by taking my free card. And refresh my memory, with Mulder being moved to the bureau, he's not stuck there, right? He can move now?
That's correct. It's just for the one turn. He can at deployment, he can move back out.
Scully, where are you?
So many times I've gotten stuck, and
Yeah, that card specifically says just for the turn.
What are you talking about?
Thank you for that clarification.
You're wrong, Scully.
All right. Before I do res and stuff, I'm going to play a friend in the FBI.
Whatever his name is.
Play this card in the bureau. Place 10 tokens on this card. During your briefing phase, you may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your resource pool. The tokens become a resource. When all tokens have been removed, discard this card. So I would place 10 tokens on it, but I'm going to use 2 to pay for it right away. So I'm going to put 8 on here. 2, 4,
I'm standing in a train car, just like the one
6,
alien autopsy video.
and 8.
Only I realized that I've been here before.
So now that that's out there,
This is where they brought me, Mulder. Where they put the implant in my neck in one of these cars.
Scully.
It all makes sense.
let's generate res. Mulder gives me 2, but I have to use those for cards. So I've got Hosteen for 1, Lamana for 1, and Weiss for 1. That gives me 3, takes me up to 10. And in
What are you saying? That Zama is the one hooked up to these?
In addition to
Mulder, is that there is no such
the
thing.
two from Mulder,
It is just a smokescreen happily created by our government to cover up the biggest lie of all.
What about the
I'm
UFO?
also going to purchase 2. So that takes me down to 8, and I'll take 4 cards. 1, 2, 3,
How can you be so sure?
Because I have what I told you.
4. And I send it over to you to sell and buy.
Oh, okay.
On innocent citizens up until 1974.
All right, I am going to
Those tests never ended.
Mulder, listen to me.
sell a Max Fennig and a Kevin Morris for
Why?
'Cause
6.
there is a bomb on board.
And that puts me up to 8. And then I am going to buy.
So you're a little late. I'm locked inside that
I put
train
that in the
car.
wrong one. Hold on a second.
Well, then we've got to get you out of there.
Takes my 6 up to 12.
Should be a ventilation grid on the ceiling. It's hidden up inside.
If I can find the one.
Step back.
Well, let's see. I'm going to buy. It takes me up to 12, and I'm going to buy 4. So that takes me up to 8.
Open that.
Or down to 8, I should say. After I get my 4. All right, now turn it back over to you, sir.
All right. For healing, there's no wounds to heal, so we can skip that. Requisition, no equipment that I'm going to requisition at this time, so we'll go to deployment. I'm going to move Mulder back from the Bureau out to the field. With that having been said, I'm going to move to case assignment, and it is going to be, this may sound familiar, it is Arlington, Virginia. Occult Investigation 4+ and Affiliation. That costs 2. I'm going to use one of Mulder's tokens to pay for that.
We can get a bomb squad out there and evacuate the train.
And he pays for both of the cost or just 1 point?
He pays for the whole cost of the site.
The whole thing. All right.
Yep.
Yep. Then I'll use one of his tokens. And I turn to you for bluffs.
Doctor? Where are we?
Iowa, past Murray Station about 20 minutes ago.
All right, listen to me. I want you to get word from the engineer. There's a bomb on this car. Bomb? That's right. I want you to tell him not to make his next scheduled stop and to reroute. You understand?
Think so?
I want you to tell him to choose a place as far away from a populated area as possible and unhook this car.
What are you doing?
Let's move into the corner over there now.
You're gonna get us both killed.
I want you to
No bluffs.
Put your hands behind your back.
No bluffs.
No bluffs.
They'll never be able to find us in time.
All right.
Or as I think it is, they will.
Being as this is an occult investigation, I'm
But
gonna
I
play
am
a
going
little.
to play something else that you're not going to like.
What's that?
I am going to play something else you're not going to like.
Okay. Well, now I'm not sure what to do here. I think I'm going to play it safe and just take Mulder and Hosteen, since they're the only ones that would contribute anyway. Occult Investigation 4+, Mulder is 3, Hosteen is 4. That gives me 7 out of the 4. What do you have for me?
The Manitou stalks his prey.
Ooh.
His keywords are one of them's occult. I can't see the other one. But yeah, adversary, occult, creature. Yeah.
You know that?
Adversary, occult, and creature.
They're trying to kill me anyway.
Well, you guys were just, while I was having my technical issues, you were talking about Gen Con cards. I happen to have one right here, right now, and that is X.
Oh.
Negate any one keyword adversary card. That costs 3. Takes me down to 5, and I will give a tip of the hat to Stephen, who helped me acquire that particular card. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, that almost gets me. That almost does. But I'm going to have to play, I'm going to use my last 2 conspiracy points and play computer access denied.
That's what I get for not moving my agents to the... Because I could have beat that.
It says you have to make a computer 4+ skill check, or they will be unable to complete the skill check.
Yeah, and I don't have a travel arrangements card. Oh. I'm sorry, the keywords on that again are computer and...
Event computer. That's it.
Event and computer. Oh.
Yep.
Tell me something. You got on this fan to kill Dr. Zama. Then
You
what?
are killing me.
Who are you protecting?
I feel like Steve built this deck
Unless
that I'm playing with.
What did you say?
I said, I feel like Steven built this deck I'm playing with.
Yeah, he's always got the right card at the right time, it seems like.
Yes, he does.
All right, well, yeah, I've got nothing to stop that, so you have successfully thwarted my investigation on that one.
But it cost me a lot.
It cost you a little, but it cost me more.
I have 0 conspiracy points now.
Well, let's move to debriefing, and I have 9 cards, so I need to make some tough choices here.
I only have 5, so I will keep everything.
Okay. I'm going to discard Assigned to the X-Files.
What could be more valuable than Star Wars?
And
Atomic bomb, the most advanced biological weapon.
a witness, Karina Mayweather, or Maywald. Karina Maywald. That takes me down to 7. And turns it over to you.
All right. Let's see. So I will draw my free card. And then draw my 2 that Mulder gives me. Let's see. And then I will get my resources, which are 4, which brings me to
You'd have expected someone would have been here by now.
6, which is not great, but then I will buy 2 cards and keep it at 4. That still didn't help me any. Wow. All right, I turn it over to you to buy and sell.
All right.
Yes, hello. My name is Dana Scully, and I'm trying to reach Senator Matheson at home.
Well, I am going to...
This is an emergency. Can you reach him? Yes, I'm at 555-0199. Thanks. This area code.
I'll probably regret this later, but I'm going to sell a site Browning Mountain for 2, and then I'm going to immediately buy 2. So that leaves me at 4, and I turn it back to you.
All right. All right, I am going to pay 4, which will take my resources down to 0, and play hospital crash cart.
Hmm.
And this, basically, I put a token on it, a 3 token on it, and it allows me to heal 1 point of damage per token from any agents that are in the hospital.
Yeah.
Mulder, I think I've got something here.
What is it?
I think I may have
And
a for you. I'm watching sound.
because I don't have any sights, I really can't do anything else.
Your alien autopsy.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. A dead hand.
Five worth after all?
I've got 6 minutes left. Is that what you have?
Let's help her. What's the code?
So,
Okay.
yeah, I guess that kind of
10.
makes it all head back all the way to the debriefing phase pretty much instantly, I guess. I am holding a lot of cards, so I am going to need to discard 2.
101.
101.
And a 3. Then a 3.
33.
I can't see the last number clearly. His hand gets in the way.
Tick, tick, Scully.
No, I'm sorry.
We're in the debrief.
I think
Yeah.
it's 1.
You think it's a 1? Are you sure?
I'm discarding my extra cards to get down to 7. And
Okay. I have 8, so I need to discard 1. I'm going to discard evidence destroyed. That takes me down to 7.
I discarded 2 adversaries, the Manitou, Starks his prey. I had another one. And the Sandman.
Oh, Sandman.
Yeah, I know. It's painful. All right, my friend, I turn it over to you.
Very good. I'll start by drawing my free card. Wow. And I'm going to use my friend in the FBI to gain 2. Takes me up to 7. I'll generate my res 1, 2, 3. And then Mulder gives me 2 cards. And I'm not going to buy any additional ones, so I'm just going to take those 2. And I will turn it to you to sell and buy.
Let's see. I am going to... I'm going to sell off the Mulder family, Samantha Mulder and Bill Mulder. And that will bring me up to 5 from 0. My conspiracy. I'm not buying any cards.
All right. And we'll move to healing, and no one is injured, so no need to do any healing. Requisition. I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time. Deployment. Everyone is in the field, and that's where I'm going to keep them. And case assignment.
Nothing, Scully. Not the rail operators, not the forestry department. Nobody knows what happened.
Case assignment.
Are there any satellite photos you can get your hands on?
Senator Matheson hasn't returned my phone calls.
You know what? I'm going to try Arlington, Virginia one more time.
Well, the administrator.
You may be familiar with this, Occult Investigation 4+ and an affiliation
I went through the
question.
phone myself and the
Turn to you for any bluffs.
Blue Earth, Iowa.
No bluffs.
Did you locate the briefcase that's on the left on the train?
All right. Learning from last turn, I'm going to send all of my agents to this site. It's an Occult Investigation 4+. That is Mulder with 3 and Hosteen with 4.
The same journals.
Let's see.
They've all been rewritten.
Mulder.
They're getting away with it, Scully.
They've gotten away with it, Mulder. The bodies of the leper colony have all been removed.
I know what I saw on that train car. It wasn't a leopard. It
All
wasn't
right.
And I
Let's
it was barely recognizable.
play a nasty card.
Oh, you're going to go there.
Time loss. I'm hoping you can't make sciences 4+. Force an opponent team to make a sciences 4+ skill check, or the current player's turn ends immediately.
Very quickly here.
Its keywords are alien, event, sciences. You probably got a fro hickey.
I don't, but I am going to use Detective Manners as token to search my deck for a witness. That's going to help me out here. Just need to find him. Come on, where are you? I know he's in here. Otherwise, I'm in deep doo-doo here.
I made this.
Unreal. I know exactly who I need.
God tests our faith.
And I did not put him in my deck.
That's always fun.
All right. Well, I guess I lost a little bit of time there. And a token.
Strong ocean currents have been responsible.
Oh, Steven's got a
During this,
intervention for us here. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
No, you're good. You're good. Take a witness. You use the token. Unless you have no witnesses in there.
Yeah. Use
I
token
suppose rather than letting it go to waste.
Yeah,
right?
in worst case, you could just sell it for CP in the next round. That was it. Yeah, but carry on. And you guys like to joke about how I always seem to have the right cards at the right time. But, David, I got to tell you, that Gen Con X, that one couldn't have come up at a better time, could it?
That was good.
I love that. Thus far, that has been my favorite part of the game. But, yeah, I've been – ever since that David, got his hands on that card, I've been like, when am I going to see it? When am I going to see that card in play? So, thank you for indulging me on that one tonight. Well done.
I wanted to tell you, look here.
What's that?
This Nokia 121 cell phone.
That's the first Gen Con card that got played this evening. I was like, yes, because you said Nokia. I was like, yep, that's it. That's how we know. Well done on that. We got to see a Gen Con card on both sides of the table this evening. So kudos on that, gentlemen. You guys are playing a great game, so keep it up. It's very compelling, a lot of back and forth. This is not really like an obvious breakaway lead on really anyone's part at this point. You guys are both playing very well.
He does have me up by, 2 questions?
Yeah, but as far as like narrowed down goes, you've asked a question, right, David? I
have not yet.
You have it? Oh, then I take it back. I could have sworn you did. Okay, never mind. I take it back. But he hasn't gotten a yes response out of you yet, though.
No, I've still got that on my side at least.
So he's still got to wait. He's got a ways to go. I can't imagine, Jonathan, you have him beyond halfway. I'm sure your checklist has still got a lot of scratching off to do.
Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've eliminated 14.
Okay, yeah, so it's well over half. Yeah, you're not out of this by a long shot, David. Keep it up, gentlemen.
It's
by this
pretty
point,
close.
Yeah, keep it going. Maybe Guillermo will wake up and he'll catch the tail end of this.
All right, thank you, Stephen.
You bet. Kick me out.
All right, so good advice. I did pick Owen Jarvis. Adds 3 to a team's occult investigation skill check, or return 1 occult adversary. that is played on your team. That having been said, I can't negate the unexplainable time loss. So that stops my investigation. And moving to debriefing, I've got 10 cards in my hand. I really thought I was going to go somewhere with all of that. So I got to,
Look at your marks on his
I'm
neck.
back in the position of having some difficult choices to make here.
Strongly suggesting that he was strangled. But there seems to be another one.
Because all of these are great
Commissioner said that
cards that I don't want to give up.
Yeah, it's never fun when you get to that spot.
I don't see any wounds here on his hands or wrists or otherwise.
No. It's a case of too much faith.
Well, I got to do something here.
Too much sugar.
What are you doing?
It's faith.
All right, I'm going to discard evidence destroyed, massive internal damage, and the host attacks. 2 killer cards. I wasn't wanting to do that. I was hoping to put those into play, but I got to do what I got to do.
At least we saw them.
Right.
At least they were in the game.
They made it to my hand, that's for sure.
It's wholly unsubstantiated.
All right, so I will turn back to you to start your investigation.
All right. So I will draw my free card, and then the 2 that Mulder gives me.
Less programmatic psycho harbors.
Okay, and I will get my resources up to 4.
Anyway, it's safe to say this guy carries a grudge. If we're right about one thing, the killer is here.
Wow.
He's looking for victim number 12.
All right, let's sit down. I trust everyone has studied his or her flashcards for today's quiz. All right, let's settle down. Kevin Kreider. I assume, Kevin, that in the last 24 hours you've become quite the math wizard.
Okay.
Why don't you come on up to the board and share with us your different numbers? Let's try some division. You do know the division sign, don't you, Kevin? Let's divide 11 into 170.
Man, that's just brutal. Don't have much to.
What?
Thank you for contacting us so quickly.
When I read the FBI's alert, I thought immediately. You said on the phone that there had been a previous incident. Last year, Kevin arrived at school with bleeding wounds on his hands and feet. Our first concern is always. Is that the case?
Are you agonizing over a decision?
I'm agonizing over what I can do.
Pursued and Mr. Kreider was institutionalized soon after. When he was released from jail, he locked himself and Kevin in the house. Made all the papers. He was waiting a guy.
Speaking of Owen Jarvis that you got, that's the episode that's on right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, I will turn it over to you to buy and sell because I really can't sell anything.
Did you generate your res or anything?
I did, yes. I only have 4 because I had 0. So.
Oh, well. Okay.
Tell me how you got those
I'm going to sell.
No, you can't tell me, or no, you don't know.
I want me to say my dad did it.
I don't want you to say anything that isn't
Message from the stars for 5.
Feels a bit feverish. Did you take his temperature? I didn't.
And I'm going to buy 2.
You're a very brave
Takes
boy.
me down to
You have nothing to be
7. There we go. I'll take my 2 and turn back to you.
Well, once again,
He's doing just fine.
I'm in the mess I was in last turn. I still don't have any sights.
Mrs. Carter,
So
my name is Fox Muller.
I'm pretty well to the end.
So you're going to force me to discard again?
We're here because
It's looking that way.
Strange as it might sound, someone may be targeted.
And I don't have enough I don't have enough resource to do much either, so
All right. Shoot. I am going to discard.
What was that? I don't know.
I didn't do anything. It just broke.
It's just a normal kid.
I'll discard. Oh, man.
I'm sure there's an explanation, Mrs.
The
Carter.
UFO wreckage site to get me down to 7.
all right, I have 7, so I don't need to discard
I
anything.
don't know how he got the
All
gun.
right.
Evaluate his case, Mrs. Kreider.
I've never
Then I will start my investigation phase.
I have fought a battle over my son before the
Draw 1 free card.
Man, I don't have to do that.
And then generate my res. Again, just 3.
Thank you.
And I will take Mulder's 2, and I will turn it over to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
He hurts himself to relieve his dad of guilt and to get him back.
Maybe we should talk to his father.
He's in an institution.
His father said that he needed to be protected. Maybe he wants
Uh,
to.
He's bleeding again, isn't he?
Yes, how did you know that?
Because the faithful know.
Mr. Kreider, the claims you've made for your son may have put him in danger. Do you know that?
well, I think I'm just going to stay like I am.
The child was in danger long before I ever made
Okay.
We have much to sell.
the he was born. They've been watching him.
Hey?
The forces of darkness.
Oh. At this point, I'm going to play my Albert Hosteen token. Should have done that earlier, but
What do they want?
I'm not used to having him around. So place a token on Hosteen's card, discard a token to examine your opponent's hand, select any one conspiracy card in your opponent's hand,
God.
and show it to your opponents. If your opponent plays that card at any time in the game, you may immediately ask one question about the X file. The question may only be asked the first time the card is played. So if you will show me your hand, we'll pick a conspiracy card.
Well, this one's a conspiracy card. The cigarette smoking man strikes.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
The lone gunman. That's not a conspiracy card. I don't think.
The 2 kids.
Yeah, it's not. Then alien experimentation.
No, the doors are locked. There's nowhere to
That is a conspiracy card.
go. Toes.
Okay.
They can hear his bloody leg.
Dark forces align.
Oh,
That's also a conspiracy card.
indeed.
Young meat.
The Dark Angel. Yeah, that's a conspiracy one too.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. The other Gen Con card, Deep Throat,
Oh,
but he's not a conspiracy card. And then Computer Access Denied. That one is a conspiracy card. So you got some good choices.
I
That was
do.
a good play.
What was the adversary again?
Dark forces align, or the dark angel. Dark angel.
Dark angel.
It's expensive to play, but it's very powerful. Has health of 10 and has long range combat of 5 and short range of 8.
Okay.
And it allows all other combat cards to be played with it for 1 less conspiracy point.
Interesting. Interesting. So my choices again: the Dark Angel.
All the conspiracy, Dark Angel, computer
Dark
access
Angel.
denied, Dark forces align, alien experimentation, and the cigarette smoking man strikes.
Taller, shorter,
Oh.
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, maybe even bigger. And he was dressed all in black.
Well, let's do. Alien experimentation. That one negates an event card, right?
Yes, I was hoping you wouldn't pick that one. Yes, it negates any one keyword event card.
Very good. Very good. All right. That having been done, healing phase, as no one is injured, so no healing. And requisition, I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time. Deployment, everyone is in the field, so they'll stay where they are. Case assignment. We are going to go to Millers Grove, Massachusetts. This is Alien Investigation 4+ and a result question. I turn to you for any bluffs.
I carved all the animals.
Well, you know I don't have any.
You don't want to put a card down and see if you can trick me?
That'd be pretty unwise at this point. Given the card you just played, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
No. All right. Well, once again, sending everyone to the site. It's Alien Investigation. I have Mulder with 4 and Hosteen with 2. That gives me 6.
Because it's not safe.
And you're going to get to do it.
All right. My
Not
first
much I can
question
do.
of the night.
You have to trust me.
I will ask, is your result
Think of me as
death?
your guardian angel. Don't say
Wait, you're building up the tension here.
That's how I do it. I make it interesting. I'm not trying to. I just can't hardly read it.
Well, why don't you tell me who it is, and I'll tell you if the result is death.
Oh, okay. The result is not death.
It is not. All right.
Put it down right here. Down! Put it down! Where's the boy?
Very quickly mark these off.
Where's the boy?
Don't hurt him. Please.
And we'll move to debriefing. Do you have any discards?
I thought about discarding that alien experimentation. I think I will do that, actually. Since it's tainted now.
It's forever unclean.
Yes, it's a nasty card.
Where's the boy?
And I have 3, 6, 9, so I need to dump 2.
Hold him then.
These are both good cards, but having cards in my hand hasn't been a problem lately, so I'm going to discard not on the menu. and the video trap. That takes me down to 7. And we'll turn it over to you to start your investigation.
Okay, I will take my free card and then my 2 that Mulder give me.
You don't understand unless.
And then I will generate my 4 res. That will take me to 8.
And he that has a tongue, let him speak. Now tell me where he is.
Okay.
I mean, you must learn that.
Convictions are hardly the issue here.
But they are. How can you help Kevin if you don't believe? Even the killer, he believes.
John fell when I sleep in on Sunday.
Mass on Christmas, fish on Friday. You think that makes you a good Christian? Just because you don't understand sacrifice. Because
Sorry, is it to me to sell and buy, or are you still working?
The moment that you set the rules for me.
I think I am going to actually sell or buy 3 rather.
Sit down, Mr. Jarvis.
Well, actually, I'm not. Never mind. Yeah, to you.
Hey!
Okay. I am going to sell Fighter Interceptor for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to buy 2. And back to you, sir.
All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay 5 and use Deep Throat.
Ooh.
Once again, because I don't have any sides.
And that card cannot be negated, if I remember correctly.
The only card you can play against this one is the one that allowed the other promo that I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called now, but
I know which one you're talking about. And I just happened to... No, I don't have that one.
All right. So, yes, this one allows ask any one characteristic question regarding an opponent's X-File. Remove this card from the game. The effect of this card may not be negated. So, once this one's used, it's done.
Yep.
All right. So, characteristic question. Let's see. What characteristic do I want to ask? All right. David, is your affiliation government?
It is not.
It's not government. All right. So I'll move him way over there. And we'll knock out that little bit. A few more. Okay. Well, that's getting close to half. And since I don't have any sites to let's see. Since I don't have any sites to play, I guess that'll take me to the debriefing phase.
Oh, and look who's here. She's been staring at my table, at my my playing area all night, and she finally decided to make an appearance.
Uh-oh.
You'll be okay.
Oh, now you're spilling the cards.
And I've got 8 cards, so I am going to have to discard one.
I also have 8, but this is an easy one. It's Agent Jack Willis shot to death in a bank robbery.
Yeah, it's not going to be very useful.
It's not going to come in handy.
Protect me.
All right, I'm going to burn Dark Forces a line.
Caucasian male, 2 years of age.
All
Cause of
right.
death is strangulation.
And
Previous victims.
that will do it for me.
Burn marks from his neck.
All right, then I will start my investigation by drawing my free card.
All right.
Some kind of a pattern just to the right of his windpipe. Possibly a handprint.
And let's see here.
He's now
I'm going to take
4 years
my
after
2
death.
from my friend in the FBI and add them to my resource pool for 15.
Hardest has yet to set in. His poor body
I
temperature
will
98 degrees. His skin color, lividity is healthy.
Interesting. Generate res and 3. 1, 2, 3, and then Mulder's 2 cards. And I will just take those 2 and not purchase any others. So I will turn to you to sell and buy.
All right. I am going to sell a Brad Wilczek to give me 2. And I'm not buying any.
Mulder, this man's body
Okay.
decomposing normally. In catechism, we learned against
Before we move to the next phase, I'm going to use my token on Agent Weiss. Place a token on this card, discard a token, and look through your bureau deck to draw any one site that asks a method question. So I'm going to look for a method real quick here.
Graphic applications, not historical truths.
Man, I wish I had that.
It comes in handy.
Maybe he's decomposing abnormally.
Isn't a saint or a holy person just another term for someone who's abnormal?
You really believe that?
I believe in the idea that God's hand can be witnessed. I believe he can create miracles, yes.
Even if science can't explain them?
Maybe that's just what faith is.
I wouldn't let faith overwhelm your judgment here. These people are simply fanatics behaving fanatically, using religion as a
All right.
justification. They get
I have my card. I'll turn my deck sideways so I know to shuffle it, but I'm not going to do that and make you wait any longer. So we're still in briefing. I'm going to play Nurse Owens for 6. And during the briefing phase, place 1 token on every agent you control that normally starts with at least 1 token. This token is usable in the same way that starting tokens can be used. So I need to put 1 back on Mulder, 1 back on Hosteen,
partial index and a full oblique.
and 1 back on Weiss. Well, unless you had anything to negate that.
It's what, an event?
Correct.
He's the CEO of a company based in Atlanta. He's one of the wealthiest men in the South.
A powerful and respected man.
Arrested 3 years in
Well,
life.
Stephen wants to break in here.
Received a suspended sentence.
Yeah.
What's up, Stephen?
Did you put 1 on Manners as well?
Oh, he had 1 sitting there, so
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it, but yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, cool. You're good.
Thank
Carry
you.
on.
If that's what Simon Gates believes, he's just as delusional as Michael Perrine, a lot more dangerous.
Doesn't explain how he was able to burn his
That's a
fingerprints
sweet
in
card
Dr.
that somehow
Jones's
did not
flesh.
make it into my deck.
The Nurse Owens.
Yeah,
It's a good one to have.
that's what happens when you throw one together too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that possible?
It's Kevin, isn't it?
That's like one of my prized possessions. I only have one, and I pulled it from a pack. I didn't
Yeah.
have to buy it, so I was pretty excited about that. So while we're still in the briefing phase, I'm going to use my Albert Hosteen token to look at your hand and choose a conspiracy card.
That's just wrong.
But it feels so right.
All right.
At least let me take the cap off for it.
I've got a Langley. Not a conspiracy card. Got the Lone Gunman. Also not a conspiracy card. Cigarette Smoking Man Strikes. That is a conspiracy card.
Now they just drive on by.
Computer Access Denied. Also a conspiracy card.
We'll also used to say thank you.
The Dark Angel.
I think you
Also a conspiracy card. And Laser Barrier. Also a conspiracy card.
Easy choice, laser barrier.
Yeah. I knew it. Oh.
All right, moving on to healing. No one is injured, so no healing and requisition. I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time. Deployment, everyone is in the field, and I'm going to keep it that way. So on to case assignment. We are going to the Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is Occult Investigation 5+ or Criminal Investigation 5+. You may ask one motive or method question. If you ask a method, if you ask as your method possession, the skill check is only 4. I turn to you for any bluffs.
Well, it wouldn't do much good to play that one bluff, would it?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're very sure. All right.
Yeah, pretty sure.
It was an accident.
Pretty sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. So then we'll move to case assignment, and all agents are going to the site. I am going to use criminal investigation. I have Mulder with 2, LaManna with 1, Manners with 1, and Weiss with 1. 2, 3.
I am going to pay 2 and play Computer Access Denied. And that requires a Computer 4+ skill check.
Okay.
Unless you can negate an event. Or
I can't negate it, but
make
I can do the skill check though. LaManna has 3 and Weiss has 1 for 4.
Oh, well. Not enough.
That'll help. Manfred engages description rented the car under the name Brad.
Anything else, my man?
I believe that's all I can do.
All right. I am going to ask the method question. Is your method violence?
It is not violence.
Okay. I took a few out.
I'll wait right outside.
Excellent.
Never draw my
Well, to debriefing, I've got 9. So once again, I have some difficult choices here.
I've only got 5, but I'm thinking I don't need to keep laser barrier anymore.
All done with that one?
Yeah, it wouldn't do much good to do that.
I haven't said anything until now because I haven't been sure. And I'm still not sure.
Sure of what exactly?
How Kevin was able to.
All right, I'm going to discard the Calasari. And
Bible, that's a parable. It's a metaphor. Why didn't Kevin conveniently bilocate when Owen Jarvis abducted him from the shelter?
How is it that you're able to go out on whenever you see a light in the sky, but you're unwilling to accept the possibility?
puzzles within puzzles. With my new favorite, the Morley cigarettes.
What I've seen here is only patience, not my faith.
And with that, I will turn to you to start your investigation.
All right. I will draw my free card, and then the 2 that Mulder allots me. Okay.
They put up a cordon in a 10-mile radius, no sign of it. Best I could figure had a settling torch in the back of the truck. I don't know how.
And then I will generate. I'm gonna generate my res, and that gets me up to 7.
Kevin's father.
Why?
He knew that Kevin was in danger. He warned us about a powerful.
And then I turn it over to you to buy and sell.
All right.
His father has anything to say about Gates.
Oh, I may regret this, but I'm going to sell Samuel Hartley for 2.
So this is the man who took my son.
You've never seen him before.
No.
And
Why would anyone want to hurt Kevin? What is he?
I'm going to stay with what I have. So I'll turn back to you, sir.
Okay. Well, let's see. Nobody needs healing. Nothing needs to be requisitioned because everybody's in the field. And I am going to pay 4. It'll take me to 3. And play 2 sites.
Mr. Kreider, you said something before about coming full circle to find the truth. What does it mean?
And I will be
full circle to find the truth.
Sending Skyland Mountain, Virginia is 1. And Lake Okoboji campsite in Sioux City, Iowa is the other one.
And what are their prerequisites?
Alien investigation for Lake Okoboji 4+, and subterfuge 4+ for Skyland Mountain, Virginia.
Full circle to find the truth. Gates' company owns a recycling plant near here. That's where he's taking Kevin.
Scully, the man is at the airport. If
Interesting.
Kevin, he's trying to get as far away as he can.
I'll take some Mulder.
Let's see.
You think it's you, don't you? You think you're the one who's been chosen to protect Kevin?
I'm going to go 1 bluff on your subterfuge site there.
Okay.
Oh man, Stephen, I don't know if you saw this. Yost is in the chat there.
Because of you, son.
Stephen's waving his hand. He says hello.
It's not a question of wanting. You have to die for everyone.
Mine was on private chat, so I couldn't see it. Now I see everybody's comments. Okay, I see it now. Well, let's pay two, I should say. And play a Langley.
Okay.
To hit that bluff.
It was car troubles, which I don't know if that would have helped me or not.
Okay, and so then Agent Lamana and Alex Krychek will go on to investigate Skyland Mountain unless you've got anything else you'd like to hit me with.
Shoot. No, not at that site.
All right. Well, then, investigating this site gives me a method question. Let's see.
All set?
All right. Is your X-Files method subterfuge?
It is not.
It's not. Okay.
Maybe I'll see you again sometime. You will.
You all ready, Kevin?
Okay. Well, that narrowed down a couple. All right, that'll deal with that one. And then I'm going to use my last.
I have an errand I need to run.
Well, not yet. No, not yet. Okay. So then the other side, Lake Okoboji.
I'll see you at the airport.
Requires Alien Investigation 4+, and Mulder and Albert make 6 on that skill check. You have anything you want to play there?
I do. I have this adversary, Private McAlpin, zombie. Long-range combat attacks cause only half damage, rounding up to the zombie. That costs 6. That'll take me down to 5.
Okay.
Now, my long range is not applicable. So I believe your long range is 3. Is that correct?
Long range 1 on Albert and 2. You're correct. It is 3.
Okay. And it's cut in half, rounding up. So that takes 2.
I am going to play the lone gunman.
You're going to play the lone gunman.
Mm-hmm. I think I am.
Things that
It forces that site to stay in play until this card is removed.
But now I wonder if I saw them at all.
But I'm curious how what that's gonna do.
I don't know that that's going to help you. Yes, Stephen wants to come in here.
Yeah, I'm curious because I don't know how it's going to affect with an adversary. That's good.
Yeah, Jonathan. Sorry, that one's not going to help you there. So here's how you would want to play that card. Like, let's say you put 2 sites down, which you did, but let's say in a surreptitiously, you're like, okay, one of those sites was just a decoy because you didn't want your opponent. You wanted your opponent to have to divide up all his bluffs, right? So you put 2 sites down, and you're like, I'm going to send my team all to the other site. Haha. So you got like a bluff or something. That, you know, that's so. But let's see. That's near here or there. So let's say you put down 2 sites, but you decide you only want to send your team to one of the sites. Then you put the lone gunman card on that other site. So that way it attaches the keyword resource to the site. Because otherwise, if you don't have a card on that site, then it gets discarded at the end of the round. So what you do is you play the lone gunman on a site that you're not intending to investigate that round, and then
go that one.
Yeah, and that way it'll stay in play, kind of like if you had a bluff face down on it. But the lone gunman card on a site keeps it in play, and every subsequent turn you can put an RP on there, put in another round, put an RP on there, and for every token. RP token you put on that site each round, that's going to add 1 to your team's skill check toward that, sort of like a witness or something.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to get you out of the adversary, I'm afraid.
I made this.
All right. Well, then let's do some more combat. So you guys got 6, is that right? And he's taking 2 hit points of damage on long range?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And how much damage does he deal?
None in long range.
How much in close range?
My close range, I do 5.
Over 350
Okay.
million years ago, they can be found in every
That is enough to knock out either one of them.
Yep, I'm going to do Molder on that one.
Was a known species, and in a year,
That will send Molder. Well, let's see. And Molder and Holstein deal their close range combat first before he goes.
Right.
That
I think
is,
there's 3 also.
that's correct.
creatures nevertheless possess nucleus.
That takes me to 5. Or it takes me down to 1. That's 5 total.
And Molder goes to the hospital.
Incapable thought of self-elimination.
Okay.
Steven either has something to say or he's giving me the middle finger. I'm not sure which.
No, I was just pointing like with my index finger. Yeah, you're going to get both of them to the hospital with that.
Yeah, he'll kill him on the next one, but it's enough to
Yep.
put him. He'll still
You got him. Well,
Look, buddy, I just kill him.
All right.
Well, that's why I called you.
Yeah,
that pretty well does it for that. Then.
Yeah, the next close range, you do the 1, which takes me out, but I do the 5, which eliminates Hosteen.
Yeah.
Not only kills me, it spreads the disease to every other.
Whew, finally, an adversary pays off.
Just as long as you get rid of them.
If you've got a strong one and you can dump it in there in the right time, now they can really dish it out.
Yeah,
The problem is the good ones cost so much.
that's true.
That's the only thing that really makes them stink. Well, that does it for me. Both of my guys have all their health gone, so.
Okay, so we'll move to debriefing. I have 4 cards, so no discard.
I only have 4 as well, so I'm not discarding anything.
All right, then I will start my investigation phase. Draw my 1 free card.
I forgot to tell you, I also found a
I'll generate res. I've got at 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Takes me up to 15, and then Molder's 2. In addition to that, I'm going to take another 1. So I'll take 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. And before I turn this over to you, I'm going to play Street Contacts for one. That is search through your bureau deck and place any one witness card in your hand. Show the witness to your opponent and then shuffle your deck. Stephen, any ideas which witness I might be looking for?
Mulder.
He knew right away. Yeah.
We did it, so I thought I'd get away for the week.
And I'm going to show it to you anyway. Kevin Morris.
Kevin Morris.
Kevin Morris. And with him in my hand, I am actually going to pay the 3 to put him, or to play him.
Well, Scully, I know it's not your inclination, but did you ever look
So
up?
I'll pay 1 for my Street Contacts, and then 3 for Kevin Morris. 1, 2,
I was looking down on you.
2, 3. That takes me down to 9.
Curious about you as you
Kevin
are.
Morris adds 1 to your resource pool every time a keyword alien investigation or evidence collection card is played.
Laws of biological evolution and intelligence as complex as
I
ours.
should have used detective manners to get him out way earlier than this. But
I had to sell mine.
Implausible, but at its most basic level, downright anti-Darwinian.
all right, I'll continue shuffling here in just a little bit. That's done. I'll put Kevin Morris right there. And with that having been said,
Isn't that what Dr. Zayas said to Charlie?
I'm also going to play another witness, Kristen Killar, for 3. 1, 2, 3. Kristen Killar adds 1 resource to your pool every time a keyword occult investigation or criminal investigation card is played.
How you doing? What are you doing?
And that having been said, I will turn to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
I get to sell my 1 for 1.
The Bureau. Yes.
I heard reports of several UFO sightings in this area last night. Did you see anything?
No, sir, not personally. But we did receive a lot of telephone calls.
Any more calls tonight?
No, sir.
See, we have 2 viewers. If you're out there, feel free to comment there if you see something maybe you need to point out or a question you want to ask. And I would also encourage you to stay after the game is done. We usually have a little bit of conversation regarding the game.
All right,
Pointers and-
selling my
That's right.
1 for my 1. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, you're all set. Are you going to buy a card or anything?
No, I'm going to save my whole 1 conspiracy point. Maybe I got to add to them a little later.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
I understand you, sir.
All right, then we'll move to healing. I don't have anyone with any injuries, so no healing, and I will not be requisitioning any equipment. Deployment, everyone is in the field, and I'm going to keep them there. So case assignment, we are going to
Here's a cockroach.
a Dead Horse, Alaska. This is Alien Investigation 5 or Evidence Collection 5. I can ask an affiliation or result question. If I ask, is the result manipulation of evidence, the skill check prerequisite is 4. I'm going to use Mulder's token to pay for that site. And because that is an alien investigation, I'm going to gain 1 point for my RP. And then I will turn to you for bluffs.
I see them every time I close my eyes. Try not to close your eyes. How am I going to sleep? Where? I'm certainly not spending the night here. Maybe you could do that.
No bluffs.
Were there insect bites?
No bluffs. All right.
No.
Because you know, Mulder,
I'm
millions
going to
of
move
British cockroaches.
everyone to the site.
Fatal reactions. It's called.
And I'm going to use evidence collection.
Many such reactions.
For evidence collection, I need 5 or more. I've got a 2 from Mulder,
You want me to come up?
No. I'm sure you're right.
1 from Lamanna, which is 3, 1 from Manners, which makes 4, and 2 from Weiss, which gives me 6.
There's nothing I can do to stop you.
All right. I'm going to ask an affiliation question.
I don't know about this.
Is your affiliation
Really ought to, you know.
government?
No, it is not.
This stuff takes your mind and just sort of, you know.
Care to take a shot?
Oh gosh, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, how about another beer then?
12 possibilities? No, still.
I think you're making a mistake. Beer is
Still got a
just
little ways to go on that.
beer. But this stuff,
Moving to debriefing. Oh shoot.
swings the doors of perception so
I only
wide,
have 5 cards, so no discard.
I've only got 3, so I'm good.
it tweaks your mind.
All right, then we'll turn to you.
Okay.
And suddenly you see
Now
reality.
let's see. I will first draw my free card, and then
Oh, God.
do I still draw the 2 from Mulder when he's in the hospital?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, God.
So then I will do. Let's see. Then I will generate my 3 because my guys are in the hospital to go to 4 on my resources.
Okay. Hello? Another roach attack?
Yeah, this was no allergic reaction.
And I will.
Finally saw the victim screaming about cockroaches burrowing in.
Let's see.
Are there still insects in the body?
We haven't located any yet, but there are wounds all over the body.
From the cockroaches?
Well, the
All
victim
right, I
did
will turn it over to you to buy and sell.
Razor blade, but we're not sure all the incisions are self-inflicted
All
except
right.
for the artery.
Was there any evidence of drug use at the crime scene?
They did have a homemade lab set up, but I'm not sure what he was producing. Oh, it smells like a septic tank. Will you make sure this gets analyzed?
You know, Mulder, there's a psychiatrist.
I'm going to sell Owen Jarvis for 4.
Delusions that insects are infesting their epidermis.
It's called egg bomb.
And
Egg bomb syndrome?
The victim cuts himself in an attempt to extract the imaginary insect.
You still want me to come up?
No, you're probably right. I'm sorry to bother you.
I'm going to buy 4.
Bye.
Takes me down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll turn to you, back to you.
Got some urine.
Okay, right, in the healing phase, I will. So Mulder heals 2 because his total health is 5. And I need to put a different counter on that. And then I will use my hospital crash cart 3 tokens to heal him completely.
They killed it. You killed it. You annihilated it. Mr. Malta is just empty exoskeleton. But at least we have evidence that cockroaches.
And then Albert Holstein will heal. He will go from 3 damage to 2. And I will discard the crash cart because I have used it all. Requisition. Nobody's going to be requisitioning. And now that Mulder is healed, I will pull him out of the hospital and deploy him
Is finished before jumping to any conclusions.
to the field.
Teacher Mulder, as a doctor,
The other guys.
completely honest and open with my patients, no matter how unpleasant the information.
What do you need to tell me?
And I will pay 2
What's going on?
to play Skyland Mountain, Virginia.
Should I evacuate my family?
I wouldn't know.
Doc, they're waiting for you to examine the boy's body.
Alrighty.
As soon as I take a little break, after talking with Agent Mulder here, I started constipated.
What's his problem?
I have 1 bluff.
Said that I don't know what's going on here.
So what the hell is going on here?
Let's see that bluff.
Which agents are you sending to
All
video?
of them.
All of them. Okay. A true bluff. It was just an event card trap.
Okay.
And I'll save you some time. I've got no adversaries or event cards to stop you. So you're free to ask your question.
All right. Subterfuge 4+. Of course, Krychek does that by himself. And I am allotted a method question.
So you're saying you don't know anything about the government's experiment?
So, let's see.
A couple of months ago, an agent claiming to be from the Department of Agriculture sets up bases a couple acres across town. Nobody knows exactly what's going on out there. It's top secret, very hush-hush.
What do you suggest?
Killer bees.
Is your X-Files method
unsuspecting populace?
Violence?
Who's to say the government?
Yes, it is violence.
Violence. Oh, we finally got one. All right.
What the hell happened?
He was covered in cockroaches.
Oh, city roaches.
Well, when I went out to look for help and I came back, they disappeared.
Gently. Gently.
Now we're getting somewhere. All right. That gets us down to 7 if I can count and I haven't messed this up.
Medical examiner's body was found next to a toilet covered with roaches.
Toilet? Check his eyes. Is one of them blood?
Now I just got to decide if I want to take a shot at it.
Yeah, you feeling lucky?
Probably a brain aneurysm.
I don't know if I'm as lucky as Steven. He got it down to 7 and then guessed it first try.
Oh, wow.
Me earlier, yeah.
I'm surprised you would guess with that many options still out there.
I just hope you're not implying you've come across an infestation of cockroaches.
I'm going to take a shot.
Okay.
Is your X-File the host?
It is not the host.
Not the host. All right, now you get one.
All right, so I can either guess your X-Files identity or
Since that has made an appearance.
yes.
Established.
Did you asked method, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask a method question.
Attracted to light.
But do they attack people?
Is your method
Happening out there might be the introduction to
manipulation of evidence?
cockroach, one that is attracted to people.
It is
That
not.
makes perfect sense, at all. Did you know that the federal government, under the guise of the Department of Agriculture, has been conducting secret experiments up here?
Mulder, you're not thinking about trespassing on the government property again, are you? I know that you.
That's still worth it, though.
I don't think that this case warrants it.
It took a few off the table.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on? What do you see?
I'm in a house. It's apparently empty.
What does the place look like?
All right.
All right.
Anything else you want to play before we move on?
Nice big
I
room,
think
sparsely
that will do it there.
All right, I've got 7, so no discard.
I've got 3, so no discard.
All right, then I will start my investigation. I'll draw my free card.
Yeah. They're bricklaying.
And I'm going to take 2 from my friend in the FBI. Gets me up to 9.
I'm surrounded.
I'm going to play
We've got to get out of here right now.
hard evidence, which adds 5 tokens to my resource pool that costs 2. So I'll take off 2 and then add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gets me 12 all day.
Mulder!
And
May I ask why you're trespassing?
generating res, get 3 from my agents. 1, 2, 3.
Agent Mulder, FBI.
And
Dr. Berenbaum, USDA, Agricultural Research Service.
I get 2 from Mulder, so I'm going to take those 2.
What's a woman like you doing in a place like this?
And I'm not going to buy any, so I will turn to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
Studying how insects respond to changes in light, temperature, air currents, food availability, we can determine the best ways to eradicate them.
Well, the secrecy.
I believe I will do nothing.
Suspicious.
All right.
Advertise.
We'll move to healing, and I don't have any healing to do.
Those cockroaches, are they a normal?
Requisition, I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time.
Have you ever
Deployment, everyone is in the field. I'm going to keep them there.
attracted to see?
And case assignment, as I start my case assignment, I'm going to use Weiss's token
Never seen
to
a cockroach actually attack. So you
search my deck for a site card that asks a method question. Take just a moment here.
Oh, it's just a pet project of mine. Since an insect's exoskeleton is a dielectric surrounding the conductive medium of its with energy to turn electrical
Bear
fields
with me for just a moment.
flare.
What is this supposed to prove?
It's my theory that UFOs are actually insect swarms. I don't know if you know anything about UFOs, but all the characteristics of a typical sighting are shared with nocturnal insects swarming through an electrical airfield. The sudden appearance of a color glowing light hovering in the night sky, moving in a
Here it
non-mechanical,
is.
possibly humming, creating interference with radio and television signals, then suddenly disappearing.
And with that having been said, I'm just going to go ahead and play it. It's Arecibo, Puerto Rico. It's Alien Investigation 5 or Computer 5. I ask either an affiliation or method question. That costs 1. I'm going to use one of Mulder's tokens to pay for it.
Eat, sleep.
And I will turn to you for bluffs.
That's all we do, but at least insects don't kid themselves that it's anything more than that.
Oh, and that is an alien investigation card, so I'm going to use Kevin Morris's effect to add 1. Stephen, is that what you were waving your hand for? Yes, okay.
I am. I'm good. Please
No
continue.
bluffs?
No bluffs.
All right. I'm going to give my deck here just one more quick randomization here. And we'll move to investigation, and that's going to be all agents to the site. I'm going to use Alien Investigation 5+, which is Mulder for 4 and hosting for 2, which makes 6.
I can do nothing to stop you.
All right, then I will ask that method question. And that method is,
Then suddenly there was this terrible crash. You could have been killed.
is your method possession?
It is not possession.
Wow. I am not going to guess your X-Files identity. We'll just move straight to debriefing here. I've got 9, so I need to discard
What happened to the USDA site?
2.
I only have 3, so I'm good.
Who agrees with your theory of an accidental importation of
Okay.
No, but she did tell me there's no about it.
She?
Yeah, did you know that
I'm going to discard Agent Jack Willis
the pyramids, the arm,
and witness General Thomas Callahan.
The inventor of the flush toilet was named Thomas Cracker.
And so we'll turn to you to start your investigation.
All right. I will draw my free card.
Yeah, both her parents were.
And then the 2 that Mulder grants me.
That UFOs are actually nocturnal insect swarms passing through electrical airfields.
And
So
I will generate my
Yeah, sure, okay.
3
hate it.
No, that's a good
resource
point.
points.
It's a natural instinctive.
No, I'm afraid of them. I hate them. One day back when I was a kid, I was climbing this tree when I noticed this leaf towards me. It took me forever to realize that it wasn't no leaf.
And
yeah, I had a praying mantis.
I will.
As a result, I screamed. Not a girly scream, but a scream of someone being confronted by some before unknown monster that had no right existing on the same planet I inhabited. Did you ever notice how a praying mantis's head resembles an alien's head? I mean, the mysteries of the natural world were revealed to me that day, but instead of being astounded,
I will turn it over to you to buy and sell.
All right.
Are you sure it wasn't a girly scream?
I'm going to sell Message from the Stars for 5. Takes me up to 10, and
what's going on? Hello?
I'm going to stay with what I have. I'll turn back to you, sir.
Okay. Move on to the healing phase, and Mr. Holstein will heal another point of damage. That will get him up to only 1 point of damage, but still not enough to get out of the hospital. Requisition phase. Everybody's in the field and nothing to requisition anyway.
What happened this time?
One of the motel guests died.
Well, we're coming up there right now.
God, I think this man died simply from a reaction to the cockroaches.
2 cases of anaphylactic shock in the same day and the same time is highly improbable.
No, I'm saying that I think this man simply had a heart.
Yost recognizes Bambi's voice in the episode there behind you.
I think this man simply saw some cockroaches and scared himself to death.
That's Dr. Bambi.
It's Dr. Bambi to you.
Conjectures proved correct.
All right, I think.
The teenage boy did die from self-inflicted wounds and was getting high off methane fumes derived from burning the nose.
I
The medical examiner did die from a brain.
don't have anything else to
I
do.
still haven't been able to explain the cockroaches at all those sites.
Or the fact that their exoskeletons are made of metal.
Metal? What are you talking about? Mulder? Mulder, I'm coming up there.
Well, no, I don't think I want to do that. I am.
Can you tell what kind of cockroach it is?
I don't have a site to go investigate or.
Oh my God.
Is that normal?
I'll say he's hung like a club-tailed dragonfly. Excuse me.
So I can move on to debriefing. And I've got 6, so I don't need to discard anything.
I have 6, so no discard from myself either.
Fine, that this insect is mechanical.
All right, then I turn it over to you, sir.
All right, I'll start by drawing my free card.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Only in science journals.
I will take
Who designs robots?
my last 2 from my friend in the FBI. Takes me up to 18. I'll discard that. Generate res. I've got 3 from my agents. Oops. 2, 3, and then the 2 cards from Mulder. Along with those 2, I'm going to buy 2. So 1, 2, that takes me down to 19, and I'll draw my 4. I'll turn to you to sell and buy.
I'm going to sell Newark, New Jersey, which gives a method question, so it was no point in using it for anything but CP and Alex Krychek Zest. That'll take me up to 7. And I will not be buying any cards. That will do it.
All right. Then move to healing. I have no one to heal, so we'll move on. A requisition. I have no equipment to requisition at this time. Deployment. All of my agents are going to stay where they are in the field. Case assignment. We are going to Strikers Cove in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. That is evidence collection 4+ and affiliation. I'm going to use Mulder's last token to pay for that. And I turn to you for any bluffs.
The only obstacle I can foresee is devising a
no bluffs.
All right, I will move all agents to the site. This is evidence collection 4+. I've got 2 from Mulder, 1 from Lamanna, 1 from Manners, and 2 from Weiss. It gives me 6 out of 5.
will likely be mechanical in nature.
All right, I am going to pay 7. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I'm going to. What are your keywords?
Keywords are site, mono, affiliation, and evidence collection. Oh, and because it's evidence collection, I get 1 from Kevin Morris.
A cricket's leg.
Try it under the microscope.
Let's see. I believe I can play Operation Blue Falcon. Or Operation Falcon Blue Berets, rather. Activators, conspiracy, methods, site. What kind of site is that?
Can you identify that?
This is affiliation.
Affiliation, okay.
Sir?
Keywords, adversary, government, pawn, creature.
Is that playable then?
No, it's not. I saw site and I didn't think method site, so it's not playable. Let's see. Okay, well, in that case, I won't be playing anything. You may investigate away.
All right, then I will ask an affiliation question. Is your affiliation a cult?
It is not a cult.
Wow. All right. This is going to be a tough debriefing for me.
Well, I've only got 4, so I'm good.
I've got 10, so I need to really start with some people. Can you refresh my memory? The agents on your team are Mulder, Krychek.
Yeah, Lamanna and Holstein.
Okay. Holstein, yeah.
Hey, this last can is mine.
I'm going to part with Samuel Hartley. Detective Thompson, and Dr. Aaron Monty.
Well, Doctor,
Let me just confirm. Yep, that's 7. So I will turn to you to start your investigation.
Okay. So we'll draw my free card. And then I will draw the 2 that Mulder grants me. Well, it's about bloody time. Jeez. Let's see. And then I will generate my res. That will give me 3 more.
Greetings from planet Earth.
Well, it's a cockroach, all right. It's not like the leg segment you had me examine earlier. It's just a typical cockroach.
Even the
Yes, even the genitalia is normal. Cockroaches are common in this area this time of year. It's one of the reasons I set up my study here.
Okay. And I will go ahead. Well, I'll put it to you to buy and sell first.
Okay.
Look, I think I may have a lead.
I got to do it. I'm going to sell evasive maneuvers for 4.
Terminator's death. Well, the fuel
And I will not purchase any cards. So back to you.
methane derived from manure.
I will pay 2.
Bring in animal dung samples from us. Maybe you can confirm this with your Dr. Bambi, but think the cockroaches are dung
And
eaters.
play a friend in the
If so,
FBI.
some of them may have been shipped accidentally in some of the samples. This fuel research facility could be ground zero for the infestation.
Okay, you're right in the play field here.
alien civilization logically advanced enough to build and send artificially intelligent
I'll
robotic
get
programs
my
far as reaches
10
space.
tokens to
Might
put
they
on
not also
that.
be able to perfect the extraction of methane fuel from manure, an abundant and replenishing energy source on a planet filled with dung-producing creatures?
And of course, let's see.
Mulder, I think you've been in this town too long.
Where's the research facility located?
Okay,
Wait,
so
baby, you better wait here until I make sure it's safe.
there, that's
Be
done.
careful. We still don't know what these cockroaches are capable of, if they're even cockroaches.
I'm
Okay.
not so much worried about the roaches as I am about the human element.
Then I will move on to the healing phase, and Albert will be healed. And I will move on to the deployment phase and move him out of the hospital to join the other 3 guys. And then because I don't have a site to play, I'm done.
All right. Debriefing, any discard?
I don't think so. Nope, I've got 6, so I'm good.
I've got 6, so no discard. I will start my investigation by drawing my free card. I will generate my res, which is 3. 3. In addition to Mulder's
At the motel. And then
2 cards.
to get away.
Man.
They're following me.
You're not in any
In
danger.
addition to his 2, I'm going to buy,
Didn't kill 2 men.
They weren't responsible for those deaths.
why not,
They might be
another
responsible because if you continue firing
5
your
cards. 1, 2,
methane gas.
4, 5, takes me down to 18. That gives me 7 cards.
The box. They drive me crazy.
Incredible.
Let me guess. Bambi. Fox told me to wait out.
I will turn to you to sell and buy.
Should I come along with you? No. This is no place for an entomologist.
Why are these roaches making those weird noises?
In Madagascar, they have roaches that hiss by blowing air through holes in their upper thorax.
Really? How do you know so much about them?
I don't. That's why we shouldn't kill these, but capture them for further study. Now, please, put the gun down.
Have I lost my mind?
No.
I'm gonna sell
You just had a very stressful
Ish
day.
Tribal
It's affected your
Elder for
ability to
2.
think clearly. Your judgment is a little clouded right now.
It is.
Moves me up to 9.
Then how do I know that you're not a cockroach?
Boulder! Boulder!
I assure you, Dr. Eckerly, I'm just as human as you are. If not more so.
And then I will, those 2 that I get from selling,
You are one of them.
I will immediately pay those 2 back to play Rejuvenating Caves.
Hmm.
Get down!
Yeah, that only took almost the whole game to get there. Just some cards that could generate some CP and resource points. And that'll do it for me.
Or anything else for that matter.
So it's not as bad as some of the other fires we had last night.
There were others.
All right.
Plus 18 automobile accidents, 13 assault.
Not my best round here. I have no healing, and I'm not going to do any requisition.
Cockroaches or otherwise.
And unfortunately, I find myself without a sight, even after that huge buy. So unless you have anything you would like to play, we'll go straight to debriefing.
Works for me. I've only got 4, so I don't have to get rid of anything.
Oh man.
They're completely desiccated. Just like the malted exoskeleton.
I've got 14, so I'm going to have to get rid of half of my hand here.
Wow, 14.
I know.
Had their final molt and have flown off
Let's
back
see.
here.
May I borrow this ancient mountain for further study?
Let's see. There's 2.
Common metals. What do you hope to find from it?
His destiny.
3,
Set to zero at the end of the planet of the age.
4,
One of my favorite movies.
5,
I love science fiction.
6.
I'm fascinated by your research. Have you ever considered programming robots to mimic the behavior of social insects like ants or bees?
As a matter of fact, I
You know, I read your book for entomology strength. Your article about colonization of that.
yes, I really enjoyed
Oh gosh. 7. Ouch. I am discarding Alien Discretion ×2. Witness Ellen Kaminsky, Street Contacts, Alien Experimentation, Ghost in the Machine, and Hell Money.
The development of our cerebral cortex has been the greatest achievement of the evolutionary
3,
process.
4, 5, 6, 7. I turn to you to start your investigation.
Like to the pangs of self-consciousness, it is all too often overruled.
I
by our
will
inner
first
thinking frame, the one that tells us to react,
take
not
my
reflect,
free card.
rather than ruminate.
And then the 2 Mulder gives me.
Maybe we have gone as far as we can go, and the next advance, whatever that may be, will be made by
And
means
I
we create
will
ourselves, using our own tech.
Start generating my
Technology.
resources,
Life
which
forms
I
which
get
design and
4.
program
That breaks me up to
ultimately governed and
13.
restricted by the rules of survival.
If I can get that right. And then I will
Perhaps
take
that step
2 of
forward
the
has already
tokens
been
from a
achieved
friend
on
in the
another planet,
FBI.
organisms that
And
had
make
a
those
billion
down
years
to
head start.
8.
If these beings ever visited us, would we recognize?
That will get me
what
up
we're
to
seeing?
15
And
on
by
my
catching sight of
resource
us,
pool.
would they react in anything but horror at seeing such mindless, primitive, hideous creatures?
All right, and I turn it over to you, sir, to buy and sell.
All right, I've got 2 to sell: Lottie Holloway and Hospital Crash Cart for 4 and 3, so that gives me 7. 7. And with 21, I may as well buy 3. Oh, actually, I'm going to buy 4. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. And I'll turn it back to you.
I made this.
All right. All right, all my healing was finished last turn, so I don't need to do anything there. And I am not going to requisition any new equipment. And all my agents are already deployed. So I... I'm going to pay 4 to play 2 sites. It will take me down to 11 on my resource pool. Newark, New Jersey, and Arlington, Virginia.
Okay.
And Newark, New Jersey is evidence collection 4+. And Arlington, Virginia is occult investigation 4+.
And what are their questions that you asked?
Newark is a method question, and Arlington is an affiliation question.
Okay. One bluff on your affiliation site. Oh, and one bluff on the other one. All three, Lamana, Krychek, and Mulder are going Newark, New Jersey, and Holstein is going Arlington. Let's see those bluffs. Well, which one are you going to do first?
Let's do Arlington.
Arlington, that's the affiliation?
It is, yes.
Okay. Bluff is Nasty Surprise.
Oh.
It is a cost of 3, but I played it upside down, so it costs 2, and add 5 tokens, which I net 3, so that gives me 20. Ready to investigate?
I am, unless you've got something else for me.
I do. I'm going to try to make this game. I'm trying to get Steven's attention back. I'm going to play Agent Lamana dies in a fatal elevator accident. If your opponent includes Agent Lamana in any skill check in the field, Agent Lamana is instantly killed and removed from the game. That costs 10. So I'll take it down to...
Well, that's on the other one. Are you playing, or are we... That's on the other side.
On Lamana?
Lamana's on Newark, New Jersey. And that's the method question.
Oh, I thought Hosting was by himself on that. So
Hosting's
yeah,
himself on the other one. He's by himself on Arlington, Virginia.
I'm so confused.
This one that's right above him, that's Arlington.
Steven's looking confused too, so let's bring him in.
Okay, so I guess go back to when you said which side are we starting with? And
Arlington, yeah, the one that's affiliation.
Yeah, okay, so that's the one that Hosting's on. Yeah, David. So yeah, you got a little ahead of yourself. So Hosting's at Arlington by himself. So that was where your Nasty Surprise was, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So yeah, you can play Lamana, but you got to wait till they get to the other site first.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, when they go to Newark, that's where Lamana is right now.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, for one side at a time.
Here we go.
Okay. So anything else on Arlington where Holstein's at? By himself. Where you played Nasty Surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to play Cigarette Smoking Man Strikes. Change any keyword to any other keyword on a card played by your opponent. This effect lasts until the end of the turn. That costs 5. 4, 5. And I'm going to change one keyword on there to result. And did you have anything to negate that? That's an event.
It's an interesting play. It may be worth it. I have alien experimentation that negates any one keyword event card.
Oh, I think that's only for alien investigation cards.
Oh, is it?
It's the conspiracy card, Jonathan.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but you're the investigating player.
That's right. You're right. Sorry, I just looked at events. I didn't even look at the cost thing.
It's all good. Yeah, if you got Fro Hickey,
I covered
your,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
all
what it, I didn't see it. Nope. Then I'm out of stuff.
Okay, so that adds the keyword result, which means I'm going to play this adversary, Joseph Patnick, for 4.
Oh, snap.
Subtract 1 from all damage sources applied to this adversary. The long range combat round is skipped. So we're going straight to close range. I've got 4 and a health of 4.
Yeah, I deal only 1 and my health is only 3, so he's pretty much out immediately.
Yeah.
And that effectively ends that investigation.
Okay. On to the next.
Okay. And I already know what's happening here.
Well, part of it. Let's reveal the bluff, which is laser barrier. Costs 2, but I played it upside down, so it's 1. Play to prevent one agent assigned to a site from contributing the agent's skills to one skill check, my choice, that the team makes this turn. And refresh my memory, the prerequisite is
Evidence collection 4+.
okay. And which agents are
Mulder
contributing to that?
has 2, Krychek has 2, Lamana has 1.
Okay, let's remove Mulder then.
Does it say he goes back to the bureau or just doesn't?
No, he stays there. He just can't contribute to
Got it.
the to the skill check. And anything to negate that?
Nope.
Okay, so Mulder won't be able to contribute to the skill check. And now for the big one.
Finally got to play it.
Agent Lamana dies in a fatal elevator accident. That is 10 and takes me down to 0. Do you have anything to negate that event card?
Nope.
All right. Well, Agent
Down the game.
Lamana is instantly killed and removed from the game.
Oh. And now Krychek can't do this by himself, so that's done. All right. Wow. That stopped them both. I only have 5 cards, so I don't need to discard anything.
Okay, I have 4, so no discard.
All right. I believe that turns it over to you then, sir.
Very good. I'll start by drawing 1 card. Yeah. My res, I gain 3, and then Mulder's 2. And I will turn it over to you to sell and buy.
Let's see. I will get 2 more CP from these tokens here. It'll take me up to 9. I can get to the 9. Let's see. I think that'll do it for me.
No selling or buying?
No, I just generated the CP I got from the rejuvenating caves, and that's all I'm going to do. So it's back to you.
Okay. Going to healing. I don't have anyone to heal. No requisition at this time. Deployment, everyone's in the field. They're going to stay there. Case assignment. I'm going to go to 2 sites. First is coastal Northwest Oregon. And second is Alistair Crowley High School in Milford Haven, New Hampshire. Coastal Northwest Oregon is Alien Investigation 4 plus and asks an affiliation question. And that is a lead investigation. So I do get a point from Kevin Morris. And then the other one here is Alistair County High School, Alistair Crowley High School. That is Occult Investigation 5 or Observation 5 and ask an affiliation or result. And because that is an occult investigation, Kristen Killar gives me 1. I will turn to you for any bluffs.
Let's see. I'm gonna play. Let's see. What was the first site?
The first site is Coastal Northwest Oregon, Alien Investigation 4 plus, and an affiliation question.
I will play 1 bluff on that site.
Okay. Anything on New Haven?
Nope.
Or Milford Haven?
Actually, what are the keywords for both sites?
Okay. We'll do Coastal Northwest Oregon first. That is site, mono, affiliation, and alien investigation. Alistair Crowley High School, that is site, multi, affiliation, result, occult investigation, and observation.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave it like it is. The bluff on the first.
Northwest Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to investigation, assign agents. I'm going to skip Northwest Oregon and send everyone to Alistair Crowley High School.
I've been tricked.
I'm going to use occult investigation 5 plus. Mulder contributes 3, Hosteen 4, and I believe that's it. Yep. So 7 for that one.
Let's see. All right, I think I will. Let's see. Can I change? If you've got something that allows the keyword to be changed, could you change? Can you change the prerequisite one in that, or is that different than that?
No, that's a whole different move.
Okay, I thought so. Well, I guess you're going to get to do it. I don't have anything to stop you.
Then I will ask the result question. Is your result insanity?
It is. It is.
I'm going to guess your X file. Is it Sheriff Tom Aarons?
It is.
Whew.
It is. Very nice.
Congratulations, David, and well, congratulations, Jonathan, for putting up a hell of a fight. This was a pretty long game. It lasted through 4 episodes of X-Files going on in the background and then some. So it was like basically 4.5 episodes of X-Files to get through this, which just goes to show how much, of a fight you guys are putting up. And of course, well, it also shows that the guesswork left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. And we got to see the killer card finally get played.
Yes, at last. But I gotta say though, the weirdest thing about this game though is that David played his arch nemesis, Kevin Morris. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess.
I like, yep. Or as Deep Throat said in Fallen Angel, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer, right?
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
Well done. Yeah, no, I liked it. I loved seeing the killer cards. I love seeing David take advantage of Manners' witness tokens to call out some resource witnesses, albeit it was very late in the game, but it didn't stop you from amassing like 20 plus points. So you know what? Yeah, even better late than never, because it certainly paid off, and you really got, you really got a lot out of those resource points over the course of those last few rounds. So
yeah,
well done. I really feel like you took a lot of plays out of my book. This is eerily similar to my playing style.
Yeah,
and...
yeah. Well, I've been up against you enough to hopefully have learned a few tricks. And I was talking. You and I were talking before we went live, saying I was trying this is my first attempt at an alien investigation deck, and it served me pretty well. I was surprised. I'm glad I got that killer card. Now we've gotten. Did I knock an agent out when I played against Guillaume?
Yeah, so this is the second time we've seen a killer. Was it Guillaume? Or was Nathan? One of the two. Yeah, we've seen it only one time prior to that. I think it was Willis that got taken out, if I remember right. So yeah, this is the second time that we have seen an agent removed from the game that wasn't as a result of like Patterson's effect or something.
Right.
So, yep.
I'll tell you.
We got a killer card. Like this was a killer card game, gentlemen. We saw a killer card played. We saw it executed. We saw the whole cost of 10 paid. That was a crazy round, David. You had 20 conspiracy points going into that, and you had 0 when it was all over.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Jonathan, you must be feeling the burn from that, my friend.
That one was pretty rough. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And
I mean, not only stopped both your sites.
Yeah, I couldn't get cards to generate anything forever.
Yeah. No, that was a savage round for sure. I mean, it's like you can't even say like, oh, at least I got out of that with a question. Man, that was just rough. So, but
tell you what, this is my deck. Here's what I had left, and here's what I played.
Jonathan, how big was your bureau deck at the end? It was probably pretty small, right?
It was. I was past halfway.
Okay. All right.
I probably only had. I think the whole thing. I was probably right around 65, 70 cards. So.
Oh man, yeah, I had over 100. I didn't count.
Yeah, I was. Maybe I might have had a little more than that, but I was I was in the last quarter of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, and here's one of our viewers was my mom. She just sent a congratulations. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, really? I didn't see
that. Oh, it was. She sent it in an instant message, a text.
Oh, okay. Well, it's cool. She stayed up late to watch it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and of course my cat has to keep coming in here.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a game if your cat didn't jump up on the table sometime during the game. So, that's par for the course.
Yeah, she's like, why aren't you in bed? This is late.
I know. Well, it's after 1 a.m. for Jonathan and I. So I'm afraid I can't do a long post-game chat because, I got to be up in about, like 4.5 hours. So.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up let's wrap it up in a few. Yeah. Kitchen sink stuff, David, knock it out.
I could have played, looking back, I could have played those Detective Manners things and gotten Kevin Morris and the other lady out, but I really wanted to save those in case I got in a jam. And I know I missed one opportunity when Mulder got moved back to the Bureau and I couldn't make the occult investigation. I could have used Manners token to get Lottie.
And I'm going to take a guess that the witness you were trying to get at one point when Jonathan played the unexplainable time loss, you were trying to get Dr. Alexander Ivanov, who was actually in the episode that was playing behind Jonathan a little bit later on. I was like, yep, I bet you he was going for that guy.
Yeah, another case of trying to trim my deck, and I thought, I won't need this card. And
David, you want to check the comments? Because, yeah, we just got one in from Guillaume a moment ago.
Oh, yeah, there he is. I can't believe you used Kevin Morris.
It's terrifying, right?
I would ask, have any of you been to my YouTube channel in the last week or so?
No, I don't think I've stopped by since the last game you hosted. So what was that? Was that
I've got a new banner.
Let me I'll take a look. Yeah. Oh gosh. The fact that you're bringing it up now tells me it's something anti-Kevin.
What me?
No.
I would never disparage a young child like that.
Yeah, seriously, man. You're gonna lose some subscribers if you do. All right, let's see. I mean, well, for God's sake. Wow. Well, I mean, it's very juvenile, but you know, he is a juvenile, so there's that.
Really, I think it's a fairly good representation of Kevin Morris in the game.
Well, I'm surprised you just didn't put my face like on a dartboard and have like all the darts, you know, or something on there. It's like Kevin's right next. I'm holding up Kevin in the picture, but yeah. Well, Jonathan, yeah, you'll have to go take a look at what he's done with Kevin Morris in there, but yeah. I don't think that'll cost you any viewers, though.
If anything, I'll gain viewers,
just
baby.
one. Just unsubscribe.
Oh no. You're my charter. You're one of my charter members.
Your first one, yeah. No. You got me for life, David. Although the Kevin Morris thing there does kind of push it. You're pushing the envelope, my friend.
That was too close. Okay, I get it.
So, yeah. So I was just checking my updates on my starter deck. They're estimating now. It's gonna be Monday.
Oh.
So I'm going to miss it by like a business day, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's probably not looking likely that I'm going to get the sealed deck game in on Saturday. So, yeah. So maybe I would say next weekend, but I do work. So I'll just tell Nathan we'll have to push that one back unless we get a challenger to step in for me. Jonathan, looking in your direction, my friend.
Like I said, I'm on call this weekend, so
probably not the best one, but yeah, we'll definitely get you in for a sealed game. It's a lot of fun, and you don't even have to prepare really before it.
Yeah.
You don't have no team of agents to set up, no deck construction. You just bring your deck and your boosters, and you're good to go.
Guillaume says,
yeah, I saw that too.
If Joel Palmer makes an appearance during convention, you have to attend, no matter where it is.
I'd be surprised if he's doing conventions. I don't think he's acting anymore. I don't think I could be wrong. I don't think he's done anything in quite a while. It'd be cool if they got him for File Fest. I'll bring all my Kevin Morrises and get them signed, and I'll be flexing that thing during every game I play, regardless of even if I need him. It's like I don't need him. I'll pay for him just to flex him, you know. And hey, David, this one's for you, my friend.
Yeah, right. Is Kevin Morris a Gen Con card, or did he miss that?
He is not a Gen Con because they took out all the advanced cards, and it's an advanced one. So no, he's not Gen Con. Although I think the manual actually has what he looked like as a Gen Con card, if I remember right. I could be mistaken on that. But I feel like I've seen him as a Gen Con. That would
be the pinnacle, would be to have him sign a Gen Con.
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't make, but I think he was. Okay, I'm checking the manual because maybe I'm misremembering this. Nope, just regular. Yep. I knew he was in the manual, but yeah, it's not Gen Con though. Some of the cards you see in the manual, I think, are Gen Con, like Alien Abductors or something like that. So anyway, yeah, we'll have to talk about what we'll do for Saturday as an alternative, because I do want to keep. We missed the live one last week, so I want to keep the live games, the live Saturday things going. Whether we do a game, I know you threw a discussion topic out there, David. I mean, we could talk about it in Discord. Maybe we could, some variation of that. We'll come up. We can bounce some more ideas off. We got Thursday, Friday, a couple more days.
Yeah, and I've got the Premier Seal deck and the boosters that Nathan sent me. So
yeah, but you played a lot. I mean, you've already played. You're playing Mike on Friday, so I mean, I'm sure you're going to be X-filed out at that point.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if push comes to shove, I can throw it out there because, like you said, I want to keep Saturday live games going too.
And field decks tend to get a lot of reception. People like that. I mean, it's fun. It really is. I like just going in like, hey guys, got my stuff. I didn't really prepare for it, obviously, but hey, we'll see what happens. We are in the hands of the fates with those ones. So yeah, yeah, I'll get in on the next one whenever mine come in, because I'll have no shortage of them. Like Jonathan, I've got a box of 12 starters actually I got 13 starters coming my way. So
wow.
Yeah. And I've got a box of 36 premieres, right? Boosters, that is, boosters, and a couple truth. So I'm good. I can do a lot of sealed games going forward.
Yeah, I've got a case of each.
There you go.
What?
Unopened case of each.
Yes,
wow, you guys are hoarding.
Well, they're going extinct. Surprisingly, I can't even believe there's still some out there after 25 years.
Expensive. I was bidding on a box of Truth the other day, and I bid it up to $70, and I figured I just left it alone because I was like, nobody's going to pay $70, and I got outbid.
Yeah. What do you remember? What the final? It
was just over 70. It was just
okay. That's for Truth. That's actually not for boost. Wait, boosters or starters?
I think those were starter decks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, starter decks are.
That's crazy for starter decks.
It's the boosters. It's the boxes of boosters that are crazy expensive now because they have the ultra rares in there, and so that's what people are buying them for. Yeah, starters. You can. I mean, I got this box of starters that's coming to me now. I got that for 25 plus it was like 11, like $12 shipping or something like that. So I was like, I wasn't gonna buy that, and I was like, well, it's cheap, and I make for a lot of sealed games. So
it's not bad.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
They're trying to sell Premier box of starter decks for $50.
That's about as high as I would go. It depending on the shipping. If there was free shipping, I would buy that. Free shipping, $50, I would take it. But that would be my high end as far as Premier. Really, either Premier or True starters. Like I said, without the ultra rares in there, it's like, what do you really need them for at that point? So anyway, guys, it's 1:15 where I am, and like I said, I got about a little over 4 hours of sleep to look forward to before I got to get up and get my daughter ready and get to work. So we'll hopefully we'll see you guys on Saturday once we figure out what we're doing.
We have 5 viewers now, so if Mike Perrine, if you're out there, I'm coming for you.
Oh, I guarantee you, dude. Yeah, I think he got an early day tomorrow too. So I think he called it a night pretty early, but I don't think he was watching. So yeah. Anyway, but he'll be there on Friday for sure. That's a live Friday. Actually, we'll see you guys on Friday because that's a live one. Yes.
Correct. Yep. Friday's a live.
David versus Mike. That's like a David versus Goliath situation, really, right there. So that I want to see.
Yeah, he's a great player. That goes without saying.
Oh yeah,
he's been playing since the game first came out. I've been playing for a little over a year, so we'll see how I do. But
he's so seasoned, he's over seasoned. Let's say
maybe he'll be too confident. He'll be overconfident, and I can take advantage of him. But
Yeah, but he's
also
not going in with his usual deck, so I think you're going to have a good chance. You know, it's going to be kind of like you. It was just built, you know, not too long ago. So we'll see. But anyway, calling in tonight, guys. I got to go. Jonathan, always good seeing you, my friend. Thanks for stepping in at the last minute. That was awesome.
Yes, thanks to both of you for coming in. Sorry, Jonathan, I talked over you. Go ahead.
No, I'm happy to do it. I just said I was happy to do it.
We'll get you in on another one very soon.
Yeah, a great player. Thank you very much for a great game, everyone. All of my viewers, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you on Friday.
All right. See you guys
later. All right, good stuff. All right, David, you have yourself a good night. I'll see you on Friday.
Excuse me, what was that noise? All right,
I don't
see you
know.
later, Steven.
Yeah, have a good one.
Later.